And good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? I didn't play the music tonight, y'all, because I don't know what it was about the show last night. Because normally I share this on Facebook. And when I stream from YouTube, I stream from Facebook, right? And for some, I don't know what it was about the live last night, but somebody wanted to claim it. They said I had copyrighted music. The music that is copyright free on YouTube. So, and I've never had any problems with any other live playing their music on Facebook. The countdown that I do in the front of the show. It feels weird though, but they probably wouldn't have had no issues tonight. I don't know though. But how is everybody doing tonight? How is everyone doing tonight? Let me see who's all in here. Let me see. I see Kimberly. That's my mod. Thank you, Kimberly. I see Teresa. She was in here at 7:43. I see Shirley James, Miss Jean. Um, who has Tamo 8? Michelle Richmond, Carlos, Lachelle, LaKendra, Natural Born Queen. I like that name. Miss Laura. I thought I saw, yeah, because it jumps. Did I see a Miss Laura? I think I did. Big Duke in here. Jane Doe in here. How is everyone doing tonight? How is Alfred Armstrong is in here? As you all come in, please hit the like button. I know last night I was so tired, y'all. I said that I was so tired and thrown off. I remember I said I would be back. I said I'll be back in a couple days on Saturday. For some reason I thought because I was so tired that we was going this today would be Thursday. And I thought about it. I was like, no, today is Wednesday. After I got some rest today, but I've rested all day today. So last night's, you know, chat, I think because we were on, so late, we stayed on 6 hours. I have not stayed on 6 hours in a real long time. And I think at a certain time of the night, the devils, not everybody, just some of the devils start to come out. People kind of put their people on the mission, right? I understand. It's all good. I know that there are some people who have issues with me because I've worked for the police department, right? And I've been here and I flat out caught a guy one time lying on me. They have issues with me having a private investigative company and that I do work, with the federal government and stuff. People have issues with that, mostly the criminals, right? Um, so they will lie, and then people want to come on here and they want to spread their narrative. They want to because I know how it goes. Some people are paid. Some of these vloggers are. And I ain't got no issues with how people make their money, but I'm strong enough to not let nobody come up. People, they can come and express their opinion, but you're not going to get on here and just completely spin the narrative. And I've been noticing because I went back because I had some downtime today and I had the opportunity to go back and look at a couple of the lives. I see now some people are, when they get on, they try and change the subject. A lot of times I feel like they're sent to try and spin the narrative, and that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. A lot of people have a issue with how I feel. Like tonight, I'm talking about Key Glock. I support Key Glock. Everybody else can support who they want to support, but I support him. I want to see a young man do well. I want to see, um, I want to see all of them, Snoop Bands, Big Moochie Grape, all of the young men on pre. I want to see them do well. So I got sense enough to know that everybody didn't have I have to pick and choose. Like if I feel like somebody did something, I kind of stick with that person. It's not gonna be somebody different every day. That's instability, right? And then I got businesses, so I don't really need to change up the narrative a whole lot because I make money in other places. Some people are genuine. I do believe some people just trying to get some money. And then some people are sent. Just like I feel like um people outside of YouTube, who don't want me to talk about Dolph or whatever, whoever those people are, they send people. They send them. They send them to try to slander your name, and people are very easily influenced. Well, not so. If they got issues with you or whatever, don't even know you, but if they got issues with you, they'll believe something. Like I said, some of these folks, some of these folks don't like the police because they've been in and out of jail. Before y'all start believing a lot of what these people say, y'all need to know their history and stuff, or why they hate the police. They might hate the police because the police whooped their ass for molesting a child or something. Y'all better know who y'all dealing with. Let's see who else is in here. Stay Fresh Productions, Tamo 8, Laura Williams. I think I did say Miss Laura. Y'all hit the like button when y'all come in. How you holding up since the tragic? Let's see. Stay Fresh says, how are you holding up since the tragic passing of Dolph Key Glock? I'm content. Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, I think he said I'm content because the man asked him to. I don't think he. And this is how I feel. The man asked him to explain. He says, he doing. I think he meant I'm not doing good. I'm not doing this bad. He said, I'm just doing. He said he can't shake it. So my thing is, and until further notice, I don't have a reason to believe that he was involved. Like I said, the writings are on the wall with some of these people, and people would rather believe that Key Glock was involved rather than some of these other folks, because you might like some their music or something. They go too hard. They ain't do that, and I'm not saying nobody else did it, but I'm just saying everybody didn't do it. It was a group of people. It can't change up every day, at least not for me. I don't believe he was involved. I don't, and that's just what I choose to believe. And I've had people to get on here and try to it's okay for you to express your opinion, but understand you can't influence me. I'm a 43-year-old woman, okay? So with me being a 43-year-old woman, you can't get on here and influence me. You can't trick me, and you can't get me to believe something I don't want to believe. Just because somebody says it, it doesn't mean that it's true. People say stuff all the time. Like I said, I get emails and stuff all the time. People have issues with certain things, and I don't understand. You could tell that young man's head is dropped, but I think people are having an issue with his success. That's what I think. I understand the mentality, of a lot of us. I do, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I just understand. But I'm very happy for the young man's success. I think Doc wants to see all of them successful. Unfortunately, because I don't really know what the other young men have going on. What's going on, Player Cole? How you doing? I believe Glock hurt that man. Yeah, that young man couldn't even hardly hold his head up. I look at some of Key Glock's other videos before Doc was killed, when he was with Big Moochie Grape and all of them, how he used to be smiling and rapping and stuff. Now, it's like they've taken the wind out of him. I had to pray before I got on here. We was rebuking every demon that get mad at me for being a 43-year-old woman and believing what I want to believe. Okay? Because like I said, people can have their own opinions, but understand you can't influence me. Let me have my own opinion, okay? Yes, he's hurting bad. He's hurting bad. But people will get mad at you because you don't feel like they feel. That's mental illness. That's instability, But I want to see the young man win. Right. You can bring people around. Like I said, I can't tell you how many times growing up that I was backstabbed. And when I used to see, even with my daughters, especially my oldest one, because she is a free spirit. And I was like, I don't know how that girl is a free spirit, because I am so reserved and watchful, but she's got her dad's personality. She do. My youngest baby is more like me, and her other, she's more reserved and watchful, but my oldest baby is just very outgoing. And she would take anybody up under her wing. I'm telling you, she would. And both of my girls are very beautiful. And I could look at some of the young ladies that she would have around her sometimes, because she was always a majorette. And I knew that there was some jealousy or something, not because I was her mother, because I would be watching some of those young girls, that she would bring around. And sure enough, I would try to tell her, you might need to watch her. I don't think that's your friend. Oh, mama, no, we were in kindergarten together. Sure enough, they would end up backstabbing her in the end. But we've all gone through that. I don't understand people. I guess a lot of folks never been backstabbed. You know what? My hat's off to those people that has never been backstabbed, because I promise you, it's a terrible thing. I have several times. But how is everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Hot Girl Productions, Tanya, D Mitchell. Is D Ma in here? Because I want to tell her something. I'm gonna wait till she might come through tonight. Kimberly says Mama used to say the same thing. She was right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm telling you, fake friends ain't nothing nice. They ain't nothing nice, But you know what? That scene was like no other. It was so hard for them to get that scene cleared out when it happened, because everybody, because Airways is always loaded, but you talking about just about every celebrity or local celebrity in Memphis came out to that scene for Dolph. People was going live and saying, these folks out here for Dolph. They were seeing a lot of the local celebrities and stuff out there, because they was trying to see what was going on. It was hard for them to get that scene cleared. It was a sad thing. Let's see, Tamara, I have those in conversations with my daughters. Yeah. Hi, it's raining bad in Augusta with the storm. Oh, I think that storm gonna come towards Mississippi and Tennessee. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and they said that a storm was coming in Houston, I believe. Have to pray for discernment. Absolutely. Hello, Miss Lynn. Miss Lynn is on Facebook. I'm 61. I've been backstabbed by family and so-called. Me too. It ain't no, cause see, I'm a giver, but I'm firmer though. If you cut me, cause I'm loyal to a fault. If I say I'm with you, I'm with you. But if you cut me in my back, it is God gonna have to come down here himself. I have issues with forgiveness because I am so loyal. You don't give it one chance with me. Let's see, David Blaze is in the house. Wari is in the house. I was looking for Dima. I wanted to tell her something. There was an officer. I talked to him today that was on here last night. Child, I was so tired last night. And he said that when he clicked on an officer that I used to work with, he said that when he clicked on, he said there was a lady on your live, and he said he said every time I would try to get started back doing some paperwork or something, he said I would have to go. He said I just love listening to her. And I said, you must have been, he said she seemed like she might have been a little bit older. I said, you must have been talking about Demon because she was up there. He said he really enjoyed listening to her. I said, she is very well spoken. But just about everybody that come on here is pretty cool. I really don't have issues with a whole lot of crazy people. I know when there are people, especially, I didn't know it was that serious, but people do anything for a quarter. Give them 35 cents and somebody can send them out and say, you go on every page and slander her name because we don't want her talking about Dolph. And the thing about it is, when people, because I have people to send me emails about folks all the time. I'm not, especially other vloggers. I'm not, I don't have anything to do with that. I'm not speaking ill of no other vlogger. I'm not teaming up on no other vlogger. Especially emails. You don't ever know who behind those emails. I'm not that gullible, and then a lot of what they say is none of my business. So it's not that serious to me, you know. Aquarius gang, a girl, I'm Leo all day. I'm a lioness. I roar. We roar. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you some lions are my favorite animals. Okay, you guys. Um, oh yeah, she is very good oh, Demon's the bomb. Severe is in here. Okay, you guys, I want to talk about Key Glock tonight, right? And I think we can show a little bit of their video. I don't know. I did pull it to show a little bit of it. Um, Player Code, you a Leo too? Wow. Player Code, come up here. I'm gonna drop the link. I want Player Code to come up here for a few minutes. Wow, he's still in the house. Player Code, I dropped the link for you to come up here for a few minutes. Tanya says being backstabbed not only acts you up, but a huge life lesson learned. Yeah, it's a life lesson learned, and then it's like an ongoing lesson, because I've helped people. I have flat out just helped people that that, like I said, you can't help people that wants your life. You just can't, and you can't make people like you when they have already found a reason not to. So, you know, you just can't. Okay. What's up, Player Co?
What's poppin'?
You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Player Co.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Hold up. What about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
So what you think about Key Glock's interview?
Oh, it was a good interview. Like I like how he asked him about him and his music, and it wasn't about all about what I'm saying, Dolph, because people forgetting he an artist too. You know what I'm saying, and like too much of that, he probably don't want to talk about all that.
Yeah.
But it was a good interview though. He was trying to open up some doors to some stuff. I was peeping it, but like Glock been doing interviews, so he knew how to stir him away from them questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he was slick trying to start a beef
Yeah,
when
he
he
was.
knew darn well that those yellow cars. Now we do know that maybe Soulja Boy, because that's why he been gone. Soulja Boy been screaming on every rooftop that he had yellow cars first. I
Yeah,
think he was trying to find a way to get Glock and Soulja Boy. That's how they kind of start beefs and stuff.
yeah. He
You
played
know,
it like a real player though.
yeah. He just said, "Yep." He probably knew what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he
T
already
Glock
knew.
could not even hardly hold his head up. It broke my heart, really.
But you could see the emotions in him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like you notice, like one part of the video, he ain't have his glasses on. Then when he kind of got the top out Dolph, the shades went on.
yeah. It's still fresh, and like I said, you know, maybe some of those. I think as far as Straight Drop, I know that Straight Drop fell out with them in 2017. But like I said, I'm hearing that they may have been coexisting around the time uh, that 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 Dolph had passed away, because I heard from somebody that's very reliable that possibly, well, I'll just say possibly,
Yeah,
this person would know though, that Dolph had did a song with not Key Glock, but with Straight Drop. Maybe they had, because when he posted that from in 2017, around 2017, they had fallen out.
right.
But Straight Drop wanted Dolph to release the song. I'm hearing now. This is what I just heard. And Dolph didn't release it. And the person was saying what Straight Drop didn't understand is just because a person does a song with you don't mean they're gonna release it instantly.
Right, it got to get cleared and all this, and you don't know what. Like, see, like people be thinking a lot of these songs be fresh, man. Them songs just being about like right now. I was like, before I got on her, I was just talking to my producer. I'm like, man, I got about 20 songs I need mixed down, and they old songs. You hear me? But like, if you hear them, they new to you.
Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, me personally, I want to see Key Glock go on because one of the reasons that I feel like Dolph was taken down was because of the roster too. People was jealous of that. They
Yeah,
know they wanted to dismantle Pre. That's why I want to see them go on and do great things. You know, I know sometimes, I know Dolph is not there. They have different they probably have different managers and things of that nature, you know what
yeah.
I mean? But hopefully they can stick it out together. If not, if they want to go on and do other endeavors, people have to respect that and still support them, yet and still. But I see that they still kind of trying to represent Dolph, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, I see that, but like, did you see that big Unk video that's been floating around her?
Mm-mm.
It's like he walked out of show. He was mad about something. He was saying, "Man, ain't nobody did nothing for me or gave me number Key Glock." But I don't know who he was referring to. I just caught it on online, and I'm like, dang, like this was something recent too. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said, "But Key Glock."
Yeah, he was like, "Ain't nobody did nothing for me but Key Glock."
Wow. So I wonder. Mm, Well, is he signed to Pre? Because I didn't think he was really signed to Pre. I
They
thought he was
say
just a.
he is, but like when when people always talk about paper route, they be forgetting about him. I ain't gonna lie, I be forgetting about him.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see. How you doing? Rest in peace, young dog.
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to ask him, did he see the whole video?
Nah, they only play like a little snippet of it.
No, cause it was one like when it first started. He said, "I'm dying behind this flipper shit." It started by he was already drunk, and they tried to play a CMG song in the club, and he got kicked out.
Okay, yeah, 'cause he was leaving out of the club.
Yeah,
And then they're young men. See, I don't know how old Big Unc is. He looks kind of young.
Yeah, all them young
he the
dudes.
youngest artist.
Yeah, and so they got to understand, like, they probably they're young. They ain't got a whole lot of temperance, and they know a whole lot too.
Yeah,
Don't mean they had nothing to do with it. They just know because they out there in the streets. They know what has happened because the streets talk.
yeah, they know exactly what happened. Like I'm telling you, like everybody just man pray that it ain't what it is.
Yeah, though like Key
Hmm.
Glock so bad. When them people were being in their music videos, they had masks on. They didn't want to be seen with him. They just was using him for his resources. His
Yeah,
tail is all.
yeah. But he didn't think that they would backdoor him like that.
Yeah, he ain't think of it. He ain't
He
think
didn't
of it.
think that they would backdoor him like that. That's a sad thing because ultimately they
Cause I
really was.
know, I know everybody noticed when Straight Drop was in them videos, he'll either turn his head when the camera comes his way, or have on like a black mask.
Wow. Well, one thing for sure, Straight Drop, is in jail. Somebody was saying to me, um, just a little bit off subject. They were saying that um, the Devin Barnes guy had been moved down to lower level. I don't know if he's in. It's not protective custody. It's high profile custody. I don't know.
That man said,
No, he's been moved down to lower level.
hmm,
Straight Drop is in lower level, but he's in high profile custody
yeah,
too. He's down there by the gang unit. I don't know if Devin is down there, but they said that she said something about Cornelius is in JM housing. Now JM housing has never been a bad pod, being down there in JM housing. Um I was kind of trying to figure out, like, I think the levels are very low down there. I'm talking about, like, and that would be strange with the type of case that he has, but I don't know if that's true though. I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if
cause he
it's
should be on
true.
the fourth floor. Now the only way, like unless they full, but I would say he would be the last one they to move, cause your security level ain't gonna drop it. Well, he had been in custody long with him, y'all.
Yeah.
And
But he's he's still in there on a high profile case. I
right,
just don't see them putting him in population like that, even though JM housing is not those pods down there. um they don't have a lot of issues in JM housing. They don't. If I'm not mistaken, JM housing, the fifth floor is, I believe, trustees, and JM housing might have a lot of trustees too. So that would be weird because I think a lot of them with those low levels are
yeah,
down there in JM housing. I'm gonna have to see about that. Um, it's been 3 years since I worked there, so I kind of forget. What's that? Sodan says, "Much love, Tamara. These young boys are peeled up. I work for Homeland Security, and half of the boys that end up in lock up detox and start crying and telling when they in the fed. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Homeland Security work with the feds all day, every day. Absolutely, I know. Um, Demon is in the house. Demon, I wanted to tell you this. There's this last night when we was on, my head was hurting so bad too. You could tell there was some spirits on here last night. And my head hurts when the devil is, you know, that's why you have to stay prayed up. And it would somebody did release some of their spirits. But Demon last night, officer, I'll call him Officer O, was on. He said he clicked on and he said there was I talked to him today. He said there was a older lady that was on, and he said I wanted to, I almost clicked off. He said then I couldn't stop listening to her voice. She was just so well spoken. I said you gotta been talking about Dima. I'm gonna tell her when she comes on. He said he might come up tonight. I don't know. But yeah, player call. I wanted you to come up because I wanted to hear what you thought. Like I said, half of it, because I'm gonna play it. Some of it they might strike me. I don't know, but I did pull it. But half the time he could not even hold his head up. It broke my heart.
yeah,
You know, and what people need to understand is, because somebody was saying to me, well, posted in one of my comments, they said Key Glock was the first one on the scene. I don't believe Key Glock was the first one on the scene. I know that he was out there. Snoop Bands and them were out there because
yeah.
people said they were all out there together.
Bro, Hero was out there.
Yeah, Grove Hero, they all pulled up out there. Because I would have pulled up out there too. They probably didn't even think it was real.
They didn't.
Yeah, they was all out there. Because I remember somebody saying that they saw Snoop Bands out there. They all of them was out there together. Um, Hakia says, Lord, I had a hard time sleeping last night. um, T-Shot says, yes, Demon's a great. Yes, she is. I'll tell him thank you. Be careful playing clips. YouTube was I know. I'm trying to see it. I want to play it. I'm gonna take it. Maybe if I play a little bit of it, what you think?
Is you monetizing this video?
Yeah,
Uh, I say don't monetize it because like yeah, they be tripping.
don't monetize it.
Yeah, don't monetize it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna turn it off. And
Don't monetize it. Yeah, don't
they be tripping for them little $2 and $3 that you get from a video, don't it?
I swear. And I'm gonna tell you who else I know not to do no video on. R. Kelly. Man, boy, they tried to strike me. I said, boy, I ain't never doing no video on him no more.
How you doing, Miss Kimberly?
I'm well, you all. Good evening. I just wanted to say, if I'm not mistaken, as long as you give credit of whose video it is and mention a fair act use, you should be fine. Uh, From my understanding, from me watching other videos as well, I believe that's how they do it. And I've never known. Well, I don't own the channel, but I don't think they will strike you as long as you use the fair act use and give credit to whose video you're showing.
Okay, make it make sense now. You was wrong for that.
All right, I'm getting back in.
Kimberly, do you think that you could write that in there? Do you think you could write it, or do I need to write it?
Well, I can find it because it's something I have to find it, and I put it in the chat. I got to find it first.
Okay.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay. Now make it make sense. You wrong.
Bye.
He says, make it make sense. Says Big Unc is ungrateful. He's the reason for Dolph's demise allegedly, and when they was having Dolph's memorial at FedEx Forum, Big Unc and the boys was down the garage stealing cars. I have not heard. I ain't heard. Make it make sense. Stop. Now he always come in here. He have to try to get one out because he don't like whoever make it make sense is don't like Big Moochie Grape either. You stop. That's not right. Will the DA seek the death penalty? This dog case hitting different. Yeah, it is hitting different. I thought I heard the judge say that the death penalty was on the table, but I heard Cornelius' attorney say that they have not been notified of that. But I thought I heard Judge Coffey say it.
When I see it, and like he'll believe what it is. So in his courtroom, I'm gonna probably say 9 times out of 10, yeah, he don't play.
No, Judge Coffey don't play. That's a real one, ain't it?
I'd have had him before.
Really? And he be just as polite, don't it? When he throw the book at you.
Man, it's so crazy. I was in the right, and man, he real deal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Off the bench, he's a good guy, though. I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, pleasant to be around. Very, very polite, a gentleman. Rita Melson says, "I'd be glad when case gets solved, Dolph gets rest, devils going to hell." Yeah, that's true. Okay, so she said play a little bit of it and stop it, and then play a little. I'm halfway. These folks got me halfway scared to play some of this stuff. I just wanna. I saw another YouTuber playing it.
Because when I'm, you know what I'm saying, when I'm associated with this, that's my primary color.
And then what made you want to take that and then just kind of like run with it, and then the yellow cars and yellow tape and the yellow this?
Because like yellow, the color of yellow itself, it just stick out so much to me. Like no matter what you put it on or where you put it, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna pop.
Yeah.
Just like on cars, like.
Oh, okay. Big Duke says they're gonna shut me down. Okay, so I'm gonna remove it. I saw another YouTuber playing it though.
Was he monetized though?
Oh, they just suspended scope. Okay, I'm taking it right down.
Yeah.
So we'll just talk about the video.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cherie, yes, Tamara, he was. Who says he was? Cherie said he was. Monte says, did you listen to Straight Drop CD yet? He was on the news. Who was on the news? Cherie. Who was on the news, Cherie? These folks have me tickled when they come in here. You hear me? These comments be jumping.
I'm looking at them now.
They have me so tickled. I be trying to hold my laugh sometimes. They have me tickled.
Hey, you be holding your composure good, though. I be rolling.
Yeah. How you doing, D-Mont?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Look, Miss T, I just want to tell you real quick because I'm getting ready for work, so I'm going to be listening in for the rest of the show.
Oh, man, I hate you can't be on here with us tonight. You got some fans over there at the sheriff's office.
Okay, Grandma Dynamite getting some action. But I just want to tell you real quick about playing these clips. There's something that you can put at the start of your programs, and it's a disclaimer page. Maybe you can look into that, but it just gives a full disclosure of Fair Use Act, and you can find that probably online somewhere. That's number one. And then number two, playing these clips, you have to be very careful because they're all copyrighted. So any second or half a second, you kind of have to, um, if you do it, you have to play like a half a second of it and then stop it. And then go into a whole another part of the video and play a short clip of it and then stop it. You know what I mean? Because if you
Mhm.
play anything, I think past a minute or a few seconds, they'll shut you down.
Okay.
And as far as the Fair Use Act is concerned, you just basically disclosing that the information that you're using is fair use. Now, fair use doesn't mean that you can play like the whole clip or the whole video of something. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
can verbatim repeat any information that you may hear on another clip or show or whatever. You know what I mean? But you have to uh, give the fair claim.
Okay. All
Fair
right.
use, I mean, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I'm gonna get ready for work, and once I get to work, if I'm able to pop on, I'll do that. But in the meantime, love everybody, and y'all love me too.
I love you too, and have a good night at work.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yup.
But so so tell me why do you think so many people want to blame Key Glock for Dolph's demise when the truth is Dolph knew straight dropping them because they all lived around the same area. Even though they was younger, he was familiar with them.
Yeah. Man, like I told you, every week they want to throw somebody under the bus. First it was like he was being too quiet. Why he ain't saying nothing? He pop out. Oh yeah, he set him up. Why he doing shows? I don't know. Like it's like whatever you do, they still gonna have something to say.
Yeah. I think, me personally, just listening to some of the vloggers, I think a lot of them, some of them just trying to make some money, but there are a
Yep.
few that I truly believe are hardcore Dolph's fans, and I think they're not really able to identify with Key Glock as of yet. And I think because of all the propaganda, especially those that are true Dolph fans that truly love him, you hear people try to spin the narrative, oh well, Key Glock is trying to take Dolph's place. Key Glock is in his own lane. And those that are truly hardcore Dolph's fans, I think, they might kind of, because people are still kind of hurt about Dolph. They
Yeah,
might
you
take a
see.
little offense to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They start looking at it now. He can't take Dolph's place. Why? It was he involved in this? I think some people are truly hurt because there are some people on here that I've seen. I've looked at their commentary, and I do believe that they're hardcore Dolph fans. But I could see that some of them don't truly care for it. They might not, as of yet, care for Key Glock. And I think it's because of the narrative that people who want people to be focused on the wrong thing. You know how people have people to put stuff into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That they'll have people to put stuff in the atmosphere to try and spin the narrative, or to try and keep the focus off of the people that it really should be on. I
Yeah.
think when
And
I
and
really don't think, in my opinion, that Key Glock is a problem. I think there was some problems out there, but I don't think it was them. I think they ran up there in curiosity.
right.
I'd have ran up there fast, quick, in a hurry. And
Yeah.
I really, in my opinion, because I know how it works as far as law enforcement, I'm so happy that they are a lot of them. I think sometimes they can't hold it in, but I think because Key Glock he was closer to Dolph. Um, you could see, like, when he brought Dolph up, how he dropped his head.
Yeah.
That broke my heart to see him that well, will see with his head down like that.
Yeah.
And people say they focus in on that one little thing. I understood when he said I'm content. He was letting him know I'm not okay at all, but I'm doing.
Yeah, he getting back.
When my grandmother passed, when people would ask me, "How are you?" I would go, I'm doing. I'm just existing at
Yeah.
this point because it was so hurtful to me." And people would ask me, "Why haven't you cried yet?" But because it was it was still so unreal to me. Like I had to psych myself out for a long time. People don't really know what folks go through. I couldn't even go past St. Francis Hospital. I would go the other way for about 3 or 4 years. I couldn't drive past that hospital. So people don't really know, because that's the last memory I had of my grandmother. So people don't ever really know what folks go through. And I was grieving. I was dying on the inside, because that was my second mother. Okay. So I think people need to cut him a break, because I could see the hurt in the young man's eyes. And I guess because, I got a feeling of who's involved. And I know it can't be them and Key Glock, especially if there's some beefs.
Right. And see, people forgetting this too, like, but the people from Memphis know this. Like when Key Glock got in the game, Dolph set him up to be in that position. Like that was his whole plan. When I sit back and take a break, you running everything. That's why he know how to run a business. You listen to the interview, he said he shoot his own video. He sit back and watch Dolph. Dolph showed him the game, so he know how to maneuver and what to do. So like, yeah, it hurt him a lot, because like dude molding him for this, and like now he ain't hurt. So you gotta think every time he go on stage, they do 100 shots. Like he hurting behind it. He looking to see his dog still finna come out. Like, damn, is this
Yeah.
real? And then
Monte Wright says Key Glock should have took in straight drop instead of Big Moochie Great. Well, Monte, are you so okay? So straight drop has been charged with and the person that told me, I don't think they really know, because I'm thinking about it now. One of the reasons that Dolph wouldn't take straight drop up under his wing was because he found out about that that rape charge. I forgot about that. I've been heard that. And as a businessman, that would not be a good look. Somebody would have aggravated rape. So are you saying it would have been better to have straight drop than Big Moochie Great? And one of the reasons that Doc was pulling away and had pulled, wouldn't take him up under his wing like that was because of that rape charge. Are you saying he should have had him up under him? Because most record labels, when people have charges like that, it's a bad look.
Yeah,
That's completely disrespectful to women, especially if you want women as your fans.
And look at Dolph fan base, look at Paper Route fan base. The majority of them females, so like that was a bad business move. Even though straight drop do got a little talent, he can rap. I ain't gonna lie, but like your jacket messed up. When your jacket messed up, they can't do business with you. Same way with Rich Lord. Rich Lord was about to get signed with Black Youngster, but that chain snatching incident messed all it up. His name was dirty.
Wow. Everybody was saying, no, stop it. Skull just got a strike for playing. Oh, Lord, I hope they don't strike me. But I didn't play it long enough.
Yeah.
Make it make sense that seriously, Big Unc was locked up for that. Google him. His real name, Daniel. Stop it. How you doing, Yam? Let's see. Cherie Linder says Big Unc. I like Big Unc's music now. I've heard you know what? I like that song. He's got a letter to Flipper. I like that.
Yeah, he kind of hard on her. I liked it there too.
Lynn Smith says, tell them to look the video up. I know that's right. I hurry up and took that down, Miss Lynn. Judge Coffee said that on the first. That's what I thought, Hakia. Judge Coffee did say that the death penalty.
Yeah.
I know I thought I heard him say that. But you heard Cornelius' attorney say, we have not been notified of the death penalty. Tia says, I think Glock handled that interview as graciously as he could, considering the circumstance. Yeah, he's still hurting very badly. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. Thank you. Yeah, I love D-Mon too. Tamo 8 with the Dolphins. Tanya says probably because the two were always together, but not that day. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. Michael Jones says 10 seconds pause. Talk about 10 more seconds pause. Talk about it. I'm scared now, Mike.
Well, just go check it out.
Off the Hook Girl says Key Glock bought bad. No, he didn't bring that bad energy They were already in the same neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were already in the same neighborhoods. Antonio says, "Hi Tamara, I'm on today. Well, good. I'm glad to have you." Um, let's see. Lynn Smith says they blame Key Glock because he was with Dolph all the time, and that makes some people feel that he could possibly be in on him. Yeah, well, I don't think he was, just because a person's not with you that day, and I don't they probably didn't ride around all the time. You know what I mean? Um we just when they were on camera, we saw them. We don't know how they were off camera because if you look at Mia J, she had a lot of video of Dolph at home with their children and Key Glock wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't say they was together all the time. They had their own lives and stuff. Dolph said he liked being by himself. Um, but they were wrong though. I think you know because they didn't get him 2 days prior. And it'll probably come out in court. They didn't get him 2 days prior. That because like I said, I was told by somebody that they wanted to try to get him 2 days before. He had too many people around him, which means they were stalking him two
Mm-hmm.
days prior. And that's unfortunate. They were stalking him 2 days prior.
Man, how he didn't see that?
Huh?
I'm just like, how he didn't see that play the man ran.
I don't know, but like we were saying last night, if you look at him at that gas station, he looks like he may have noticed something. Sometimes people just kind of brush stuff off. You know, I wish he would have been more aware because a lot of times when people see that you have focused in on them, they'll go on like nothing is wrong. They'll go on up the corner and
Mm-hmm.
hide behind a building or something and watch you. You see what I mean? To try to throw you off. But like I said, I think that these people was told that it had to happen that day, that he couldn't come out of the cookie shop. you
Mm-hmm.
know that's just what I believe. um let's see. Tamo 8 says Glock is hurting bad. Yeah, I could tell. um Kimberly says I felt numbness for a while before I was able to cry and grieve. Yeah, the interview's always been Dolph and Glock. That's true. um Glock is beyond hurt. um and you can see that he's probably going to be more standoffish now because stuff like that changes your life. You go like, I can't really be around something that drastic happen. You become trusting of nobody.
You
Like
don't know who
he
to trust.
probably ain't gonna trust nobody. Rest in peace, Young Dog says that the most clown junk ever at Monte Rice. If that's the case, Dolph would have signed straight drop. Why would Key Glock sign somebody who hating on him on the low? That don't make sense. That's true. I need to speak with Miss Tamara and lend my law enforcement expertise on this case. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Much love and many blessings. Okay. Cherie says, my Google for real, for real. Wish this case was on first 48. He said it carries the death penalty for cornbread. But you know what? He did say that just for Cornelius. I do believe. I don't know if he said that for straight drop. Do you remember?
I can't remember, but I'm gonna go back and look though.
They call him cornbread. PTSD is real and you gotta be there to feel it. Glock is solid. Dolph had him in a position to be the next man up, and he doing just that and representing Dolph to the fullest. I think so too. At his concerts, he um people video his concerts or whatever to go live at his concerts. He represented for Dolph
Everyone.
in every one of them. This is what I tell my girls to watch out for. Backstab. Yeah, backstabbers ain't nothing nice. You can't help people that want your life. You can't. And when people decide that they don't like you, I mean, it's when they decide they don't like you, you can't you are not gonna be able to make them like you. You respect them. Respect how they feel. When folks say I don't like you, okay, I respect how you feel. Just stay away from me.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really understand what impact that death have on psychic, and you don't completely heal in a few weeks, months, or years. I pray for all of them while everyone else is going on with their lives. They're still dealing with the hurt and heartache. That's true. Rita says, did y'all hear Dolph's song Preach the Remix? Oh my God, I'm crying laughing. He was talking about Key Glock. Go listen to Play with Yo B. He was talking about YG had YG bad on that one. But see that, and that's what some people were saying last night. But he was, talking about him on songs. But people, that's what rappers have always done, ain't it?
Yeah.
They'll beef with each other on songs, but it was just to make money and stuff.
Everything
Um,
for entertainment purpose.
yeah, it was for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Tia says your intuition always alerts you when something's wrong. It's just up to you to take heed. Right, that's the spirit of God trying to tell you that something is off balance. How they knew where he was 2 days prior. Someone definitely set Dolph up.
Yep.
Well, he was over there at the hospital, they say, and it was all over the news. I'm the truth. He gave out some money at the cancer center 2 days prior, and they had it. It was live on the news, wasn't it, Cole? Player
Yeah.
Cole. It was live, so it wouldn't have been hard for them to. And then Dolph always hung out around Castelia. They knew what streets and stuff Dolph hung out on because Castelia is not that big.
Mm-mm.
But I ain't saying somebody didn't set him up. I just don't believe it was none of his artists.
Nah, but it was just people that still had access to him. That's what the people ain't getting. Like you said, all of them from the same hood. So like me and you, we don't know how Dolph moved. They do. They know his low key cars. They know all that. They know what spots he did, where he like to go get his haircut. They know that because they in the hood.
Right. And that hood is not that big.
Mm-mm.
Castelia is not big. Everybody in Castelia knows each other.
Yup.
And everybody, they claim that they loved him. And I'm not talking about pre-artists. I'm talking about some of those spectators who
Yeah.
was mad because they felt like he probably wasn't breaking enough bread with them. I'm not saying they did, but I just don't believe it was any of his artists. But like I said, Castelia, Orange Mound, straight dropping them hung out in Orange Mound. So they probably had some friends and stuff in Castelia because like Orange Mound is like the back door to Castelia, right?
All of them went to school with each other. All of them hang with each other. All of them either in the same gang or rapper gang. So like everybody know each other. Like just how like Phrase is. I know everybody in Phrase. I might not know them personally, but I know about them and what they got going on.
Rita says that song "Play with Your B." I really think YG was hurt. Dolph was on his neck bad. I hope he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like that's stuff that you brush off, especially when you got money like they supposedly got.
But they didn't want this song out though when they was in the studio doing this song. It was a call in for them not to put this song out. Like
Really?
it's so much behind the scenes stuff. Like man, I can't even talk about it though. Like real talk.
LaKendra said at the gas station, I think he seen the black truck and black youngster in it, but he felt like I'm going to finish handling my business if something happened. It was going to happen. Mm. People don't always know somebody hating on them. It be low key.
Yeah, I
Um,
come with a smile now.
I'm telling you, he said he don't like nobody, and nobody like him. Just saying. Mm. I didn't take that seriously. when he said that. I just think that was a way for him not to even answer that question. Really,
Yeah.
like I didn't read a whole lot into that. I thought he said it to Straight Drop, but not Cornelius. No, he said it to Cornelius. Yeah, Cornbread and JJ. No, I was listening. He only said it, and then he told Straight Drop to stand up. Dolph did a turkey giveaway that Monday at the Cancer Center with Key Glock. He had one scheduled that afternoon with Snoop Bands. I think that's what he was calling Snoop Bands about, not a video shoot. And then too, now I told y'all that on that Wednesday that Doc was killed, and like I said, people post stuff all the time, but it was a comment up on one of my videos. A young lady, as a matter of fact, she might have posted 2 or 3 comments, and I had just started blogging on this, so I didn't pay it no attention. I read it. She said that Doc was followed from a young lady's house. Now that's what she said. And when I went back and looked for the comments, I couldn't find them.
That makes sense too.
Yeah, that makes sense. The thing is, Dolph kept the hip hop on records technically when they pushed him too far. Yeah, even when people going back and forth on records, it like I said, it never should have gotten this far. So do you think that they're gonna recover from this?
It's gonna be a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a minute. Like you gotta understand, like it's gonna be so much. I always remind them about boom, all the unreleased music when it's time to do video shoots. Maybe him being around Dolph kids, like all this gonna play a part in it, and it ain't gonna be no overnight. Like it's just gonna be, with time. Then when they get the hearing stuff about the case, when they go to court, like they don't do nothing but flirt them feelings back up again.
Yeah, there are 79 likes in here, and it's only 100. Well, it's 144 people, only 79 likes. Please hit the like button. I'm gonna drop the link. I want to know what the rest of you all think, because I think everybody has basically seen the video, right? I want to know what y'all think of I want to know what y'all think of Key Glock's video. Now, here's the thing, because I get a lot of emotional people to come through, especially men. Understand, I like Key Glock. Okay, I like him, and I feel like he's been through a lot. You can get on here and you can um, say what you feel, but you're not gonna get on here and take my show completely left. Stuff like that makes my skin crawl. Okay, and then you can't make me see your point of view, because I know a lot of times men, they have issues. They want to try to override women, and they want to get disrespectful. My head and stuff was hurting last night, and those men weren't really disrespectful. They got on my nerve a little bit, but they weren't really disrespectful. Let's see. Mike Jones says, Young Dolph hit the music scene. Straight Drop was around 10 or 11 or 12 at the most. Okay. Man, Dolph didn't retaliate when they shot him up. He just kept getting money. Now, if that don't tell us Dolph was a real end. I mean, he had a respect for life. He definitely had the money to get somebody else to go and retaliate, but he didn't do it. I think that they was going back and forwards, but his hate for them was not even like that, even though they allegedly tried to kill that young man a couple times before, allegedly, whoever these people were. Even still, his hate was not that deep for them. These folks had a deep hate for this man, and that a hate that could only come from jealousy. That's that jealousy type hate that you can't shake off. That live stream last night was a classic. It was a classic. It was a marathon. It went 6 hours. My head was hurt. But shout out to the dudes from last night. They was cool. All of them didn't get on my nerve though. Miss Tamara Dolph was supposed to meet in Pamela at the Makitas. Pamela's friend got on the news and said it. I think I can remember that, Michelle. Do you remember that, player code? I think I can
I
remember.
just
But
walked back
people
with
were
you.
saying so many. So, this young lady says that Pamela at the Makita's friend said that Dolph was supposed to be meeting her. I think in the beginning I did hear a young lady give an interview and say that, but so many people said so much different
Yeah.
stuff.
I remember that. That's why I said like them first couple of stories, like man, that was kind of a little twisted.
Y'all, please hit the like button. I don't think CMG will recover because all fingers are pointing to them. Tanisha says she's truly sad. It is a sad thing. It's a sad thing when anybody loses their life, but especially, and this happens every day in different hoods. People shoot down young men like this because they're jealous. Labusi said it a long time ago. I think about that. Labusi says, I would never, he said, I'll go back and visit in Baton Rouge from time to time, but I would never ever live in Baton Rouge. The people in your city be the ones to want to kill you.
Yeah,
He said, you sit in the second grade, your friend from the second grade, y'all done sat up in the second grade together and struggled together. Now you done came up over him and he jealous, want to kill you. It's sad people would rather see you dead than successful. I don't understand that.
it's crazy, and it's our own kind. It's the killing part about it.
Um, Girl, tell me again, they had a deep hate for Dolph. Yeah, they did. It just speaks to Dolph's character. That's another reason that people can be jealous of you. All opinions and thoughts are again allegedly. Michelle says yes, he's been through a lot, especially growing up. His mom was in federal prison for 15 years, and Dolph was there for him. Yeah, yeah. Okay, y'all. For those of you all that are just coming into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to drop the link again. If anybody wants to come up and talk about Key Glocks, if anybody wants to come up and talk about Key Glocks um interview, or just give your feelings on Key Glock at all, you definitely can. Let's see. Off the hook girl says Moneybag scared to come to Memphis. I think it would be wise, for them to stay away from Memphis. I think it would be wise. They don't have the same hustle as you.
Facts.
Kimberly says Dolph has something that people can't buy or engineer. It doesn't matter how much money a person has, they can still be a hater. That's true. People will hate you because of how people like you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they don't get the same respect you get.
Jane Doe said jealousy kills. Right? Jealousy is the root of all evil. Jealousy is, it gives birth to everything. I can't understand it. It's a shame. The African American culture is so divided. We are divided. It comes from jealousy. Like I said, there were a lot of people, and I don't believe that it was but there were a lot of people, like you said, that had access to him that was probably and right in some of those neighborhoods that he might have been chilling in.
Yeah,
That was mad at him. But he riding around in a $200,000 car maybe, and they feel like it's because some people are twisted. They feel like he should give them that too. Why he got to ride around in a $250,000 car? He could get that to me, the money.
yeah. Or it might have been like, when Dolph was coming up, they might have been doing better than Dolph. And then boom, you look up, he the shot past you. And like you might
Hmm.
want showing him no love. I mean, it's the same way with him now. He go speak and keep it pushing. That right there would eat a person up so bad. I'm telling you, for you not dealing with them, they will hate you for that.
Yes, they will. Hello, Zola. Hello, TG. Um, thought you needed a break. You know what? I was so tired last night, TG. I was like, I'll be back in 2 days and we was gonna talk about C murder, and we still are gonna talk about C murder. But I thought when I got off last night that it was Thursday, because I don't come on Thursdays and Fridays. That's how tired I was. I thought it was Thursday. I didn't realize it was Wednesday till later on today. I said, "Oh my God, this afternoon." I said, "It's Wednesday. It ain't even Thursday." Y'all know I was toe up. I didn't even know what day it was. But I did rest today though. Tamo 8 says Dolph was a lover, not a fighter. I saw an interview of him saying that if he could tell his younger self something, he'd say not to love so hard. Duke Main says MB is nervous for real, for real. I'm sure a lot of people are nervous, and I don't know who all the people are because, we don't know yet who are all involved in this, but I'm sure they got to know that their time is coming. Justice delayed is not justice denied. It never is. Sometimes justice is very perpetual, especially when you want it right.
Yeah.
It could go on for a while. But for those who didn't do anything, they don't have anything to worry about. But for those that did, whoever they are, I'm sure they looking over their shoulders.
You better know it ain't got a good night's sleep yet.
And just the way that they shot him down, they shouldn't. They still ought to be tossing and turning. But some of these folks was slick glad that their boy was dead.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that's supposed to have cared about him. And when I say that, I ain't talking about because sometimes people they're just envious. Why? Look at how I'm living. He ain't did enough for me. Anytime they get all them income tax and stuff every year, and they go and spend it all on whatever, on lemon cars or whatever. But that's supposed to. Some people want you to give them the lifestyle. They want you to furnish the lifestyle that you have for yourself for them.
Yeah, they don't want to work for it. Even if you tried to put them on, nah, man, just let me get it, man.
Right. They don't want to do the work, because Dolph did do an interview. He said, where he had people, that he used to be cool with. He said it's always the money.
Yeah.
He said people used to be cool with, they said, let me hold 500 G's. And he said he have to go, are you for real or are you kidding? Because if you for real, F you. You know what I mean? But he said that happened. And he said there have been people that he's, he kicked the weed, give them a lot of money. They mess it off. They come back. He give them another 100 G's. They mess that off. And then they come back again. He tell them no. He said, and they ready to kill you.
Yeah. And that's how it is. Because see, they know they get it. They know he get it, so they ain't gonna do right with it. I'm just gonna go back, bro. He gonna throw me something. Yeah, he get it anyway. They were counting their pockets. Too many people were counting his pocket.
Too many people was counting his pocket. I think 100 grand is a lot to give any grown man. You know what I mean? That ain't work for it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? So he's supposed to keep giving it to you until you come up on something. But that's how some people feel. He can't give it to me. I'll drop his location. Or I don't care about them. I don't care about them dudes, taking him out. And I think that's sad. Remy, stop. I'm dropping the link for anybody that wants to come up. So did you get a chance to see Big Moochie Great perform with Dolph?
Nah,
I mean, not Dolph. I mean, Key Glock.
On his tour?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't see that. I gotta check that out.
Big Moochie Great turned it out. He jumped off down in the crowd.
He been turning up though.
Yeah, he turned it. He said he's got an album that's getting ready to drop. I'm happy about that. Hopefully they all will drop something. Hopefully they'll all drop something. Somebody I know says that, well, I'm not gonna say that. Let's see.
I want to ask you something right fast though. I want to
Okay.
ask you this. All right, would you believe this? Do you believe that people that certain rappers in Memphis knew that Young Dog was gonna get taken out that day, or knew that was coming about for him?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was looking at a young man, I can't think of his name, and he looked like when he was doing the interview, he had a lot of guilt. He said, I him and Dolph had fell out at one point, and then, he said he talked to Dolph the way he had talked to him. He said, but what I should have did was I should have told him. He said he had saw Snoop bands or something. He said what I should have did, I should have told him, man, get out them cars. That means he had heard something. He said, I really, I wish I had told him, get out them cars.
Yeah, you talking about the BTW dude?
I don't know his
Yeah,
name.
he Dolph had kind of helped him back in the day. Then he ended up dissing Dolph and never had a career after that.
Wow.
Yeah,
But he said he wished he had told him to get out them cars. Anybody with a conscience, you know what I mean? Why shoot that man down like that? They stalked that man like an animal. I think when all this stuff, and I don't know what's all going to come out in court, but I think it's going to probably be devastating. You hunt somebody like an animal because you insisted on you going to take them out, whoever these people were. And like I said, I'm hearing that they stalked him like an animal.
yeah, that's what the streets saying. They stalked him, and people knew that was finna go on with him.
They knew it was going to go on, and there was an order that for him to not walk out that cookie store. If the police know it, them, you know what I mean. It ain't nothing I'm saying, that they don't already know.
Right.
That means somebody told that, right? Which is a sad thing, because folks be getting on here. I could tell when I strike a nerve. But these people should know. These folks already got their case by now.
Yeah, that's why I said when it unfold, like the people go be shocked. Like I'm waiting to see when they bring this stuff out. But then we gotta wait and see. If they go take a deal on this case.
I don't know. You think Cornelius is gonna take a deal? They say he looking confident in court.
Yeah, he kind of. I don't know. I'm so confused with him. I don't know what to say about him. Like, cause I got so many thoughts about him. So I'm really confused when it come to him.
How you doing, D-Mon?
Hey, I'm back. I just thought I'd pop in while I'm driving to work, but I wanted to say I did watch Key Glock's interview, and he just seems so humble, and I think all of this is kind of hitting him um, really hard, and to have the limelight put on you, like it's like he's got to show and prove. But I really wish if I could talk to him to tell him to take his time, don't worry about the fortune and fame and everything. The best thing for him is to get his mind right. you
Mm-hmm.
know because if your mind is not right, you can put out songs all day long and go do shows, but if you're not feeling it, if your heart is not into it, it's not doing him a good service. you know uh, so I watched his interview, and I just loved how he gave kudos to his uh, great grandma and his grandma and his mom, saying how he buys his mom vehicles and everything. And, seemed like he's really in tune with his family tree, and especially the ladies in his life. So I kind of feel like, if he treats his mom or the ladies in his family, his life like that, that whoever wind up with him is going to be very lucky.
Yeah, he says that the only person that he really hangs out with now is his mother.
Yeah, and that's the best thing for him, because you know uh everybody wants to find somebody to dislike and hate, you know And I don't think it's a good place for him to be in right now. And he's still dealing with Dolph's demise, for him to be in a place of not being liked and who's saying bad things about him. And, I said, people need to knock it off. Knock it off. If you're not feeling him or his music, then just don't bother with, period. And to not bother with somebody, to me, is not to even say anything about him. Because to send shots his way, to me, that's just cruel. That's cruel.
Mm-hmm.
But we have cruel people out here, and what they want to see happen is to see him go somewhere and fold up and turn into a drug addict, so they can point fingers and say, man, he done fell off. He ain't like he used to be, boy. He used to look fresh. Boy, he a crackhead now. You know what I mean? People love
Yeah.
to taunt somebody to the point where they go off into a deep hole and never dig out. That's what they want to see happen.
Okay. KB says, I said what I said about the cars because they look for those cars. When you know people looking for you, you have to throw them off. That's true. I don't remember who said it, KB. Those guys hunted that man down. He was so easily noticeable with the cars. Yeah. And they was insistent on, like I said, I'm told that there was and see, people be using this, but hey, it's true. Somebody told me that knows. So you heard that here first. I'm told that, and this right here would not hurt the case. I'm told that there was an order that he not walk out that cookie shop.
Wow.
Unfortunately. That's why I said these people know. They know everything. These folks have made it easy for them to know. I keep saying that they gave themselves away.
And what got me is the person that was filming him at the gas station. Most of the time when you see a celebrity and you filming them, you want to at least say, hey, Dolph, good to see you or something. But whoever was filming him didn't open their mouth. That struck me as odd.
Hold on. When my dog start barking, she be wanting some water. I get so sick of her. She
Hey, Remy.
She comes stand right in front of me and bark, and then she'll run over to her house to let me know water.
Remy, like Glenn Close and Fatal Attraction. Remy, like, I will not be ignored.
I know, and she gets on my nerve. I can't stand all that barking. I jump right up and give it to her so she'll shut up and lay on down and go to sleep. But yeah, that's sad that they stalked him like that, and the person that told me that wouldn't know.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I just found it really odd that you would film him at a gas station and don't even say hi to him. If you're filming him, at least acknowledge him and say hi. I said, what was that all about?
That's sad. Tiffany says, isn't there a much deeper plot behind this entire ordeal? This is much bigger than a mere act of violence. I don't know, Tiffany. Tell me what you think it is. I don't know. KB says your moderator got upset last night. I don't think she got upset. Dolph knew that chick filming. That's why she didn't say anything. Oh, okay. Trouble says, hey Tam, keep the good work. Keep the good vibes going. Thank you, Trouble. So Demon, why do you think that it was crucial that they just absolutely want to see that young man gone?
Well, it's like I said, it's to kill the legacy. It's to kill the competition. That's how I see it. If you're so upset by somebody else's success, you don't need to be in the game, because the whole any genre of music or athletes or anything, everything is competition. But if you don't want somebody to live because they're too competitive, or you just hate the fact that they're surpassing you and having more fans or getting more love than you, then you basically hate yourself. You hating on yourself because, I'm like this. Dolph was very confident in his abilities and who he was as a person. You're supposed to think highly of yourself. If you don't think highly of yourself, nobody else will. And these other lames out here that took him out, you obviously are not confident in your own abilities. You have low self-esteem, obviously. And I think that's where a lot of hate comes from. When you can hate somebody else that much, your self-esteem is low.
Rod Boy says, Dolph had pre and was doing for his neighborhood and giving back. The other people wasn't doing that. Make it make sense says Cornelius has no gang ties, no rapper ties. He was just a broke janitor. Somebody tell me how he got connected to Trulia. I don't know. But I don't know what Cornelius did in his life. I don't know Cornelius. So I can't say who he was connected to or who he wasn't connected to. He lived in the area that Truly Mafia hung in, but I don't know if he was connected to them or not.
See, a lot of these gangs or associates, they have foot soldiers, and Cornelius is probably no more than a foot soldier. He's the back door man. You know what I mean? He's the one that gets stuff done behind the scenes, and everybody's not a rapper. So everybody that's out here hitting licks is not on the rap scene, or you may not even know they're a gang. That's just like I was talking about Dolph's brother last night, Demon. You have to look high and low for a picture of Demon, because he's not a social media person. You know what I mean? He's not the kind to get on social media and he's braggadocious, and he's a behind the scenes guy. I saw clips of him when Dolph was at the jewelry store one time, and Demon was posted up at the door of the front door of the jewelry store, like he was, watching out. He was lookout man. So that kind of told me that Dolph actually probably did take him on different runs with him to be his lookout guy. So my point in saying that is that everybody is not social media savvy or want to be into that. And you got some people that's into so much on the street, they don't want to be on social media because they don't want nobody to recognize them.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Kimberly Spencer says there are pictures of him on Facebook. I guess they're talking about Demon. Is his name Demon or is it Demon? Tiffany says, remember, Dolph was an individual who never sold out to the entertainment elites construct. Well, I know that they made one last attempt to get Dolph to sign, which he respectfully declined. Wow. Your guest is talking with Chicago vibes and know how we talk. I've never asked Demon where she's from. I wouldn't want to ask her where she's from on here.
What they trying to pull up? They don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke.
He said you giving him Chicago vibes.
Hey, it ain't nothing but a thing, but we all got to live somewhere. And, all I can say is that I'm blessed with a roof over my head, food to eat, and all the good things that the good Lord has provided for me. So it doesn't matter where I live.
Oh, okay. So Marcus is Demon. Okay, so Demon is his nickname. Kimberly says, thank you all for the 113 likes. Yeah, they laughing at you, saying do they want to pull up? I remember Ms. D said that they trying to pull up. But those of you all coming into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Now, Miss Demon, do you think that Key Glock is going to be a target now? Because it seems like that people are wanting to see him. More people are wanting to see him succeed. Do you think that he becomes a threat?
The threat isn't always in numbers. You can have one crackpot out here, that get two or three other crackpots on board, and that makes it a threat. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of people that want to see him succeed, me included. But you always have the haters, and the haters will never go away. because the more he accomplishes and the more he shines, the more hate he's going to get. So I always say, always keep your head on the swivel. Always keep your head on swivel and always make sure your security team is on point, regardless.
That
You
should be.
know,
Do you think he's a threat to the people who wanted Dolph out the way?
yeah, I do. I do, because guess what? Not just Key Glock. I think anybody in pre is a threat
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get Dolph out the way. Because if you want a Dolph out the way, that means you're trying to destroy pre. You're not just wasn't trying to destroy Dolph, you know, which unfortunately they succeeded in. But you're trying to destroy that whole label. So anybody that's associated with pre, I think, is a threat. Yes.
LaRonda says, Tamara, you let your fans voice their opinions without criticizing them because they don't agree with what you say. If God wanted us to think the same, He would have given us all the same brain for that. Love you for that. Thank you. Yeah, I want everybody to have their own opinions. I always just say don't be disrespectful. Because I want people to respect how I feel. A lot of people don't care for Key Glock, but I do. And I don't want people to feel a certain, they shouldn't if they do, because I want to see him succeed. you know Rest in peace, Young Dog says Moneybag Yo post, I guess it was supposed to have got Kenny Mooney's or Kenny Money's brother knocked off around the time he ghosted Dolph after that song. And yes, Key Glock gotta move militant. He got the spotlight on him right now. He gotta be sure. That's true. The rap industry has also been cleaning house, riddling the industry of real rappers. Look at all these so-called beefs occurring in raps, today's rap. Then look into the operation. Yeah, everybody see what's going on, but it's like they go and get. This is how they keep it going, because the average person would go, well, nah. I mean, I got a talent. I want to rap, but if you signing me and I got to be in a beef, I ain't gonna take it. But they go get people that's dirt poor, that comes
Yeah.
from nothing, that's willing to do anything, and
Yep.
they're basically signing their lives away. They want it so bad, they take a chance on being murdered,
Yep.
and
Thirsty.
that's sad.
Yeah. But see, like I said, when you meditate and know your worth, and you come within your own self being and what you have to offer, everybody's not meant to rap. And these young guys might discover they have a talent for writing. You could be a ghostwriter, you could be a beat dropper. There's other ways to get into the industry. You know what I mean? But they so stuck on being a rapper, and there's nothing wrong with that. But please, make no mistake about it, that in order for you to go into the game, to me, make sure your mind is right. Make sure you're not off on drugs and all this other stuff. Because to me, when you go off on these shows and you're around hundreds of people and you're giving a show, and if you high on stage off lean and weed and all this stuff, you off your square. And if something pop off, you know, your ability to move the hell out the way, you're thrown off because you're too high. You know what I'm saying? Your functions
Mhm.
are off. So, they need to understand, and they need to take some classes. Ain't nothing wrong with going to a community college, taking some business courses and other courses to learn about the industry. You know what I mean? Before you
Right.
go signing these contracts. And that's what I was saying the other night. We have to start teaching our kids how to conduct
They need
business.
to learn how. They need to, and Demon, don't forget now. They need to learn how to read too, because a lot of them don't know how
Yeah.
to.
Ain't nothing wrong with look at Megan Thee Stallion. That girl was rapping, doing shows, and going to college. I commend
Mm-hmm.
her for
Mm-hmm.
that. Because there's nothing wrong with still going somewhere trying to learn something. So when somebody stick a contract in front of your face, at least you can learn or read the fine print on it.
That's true. Marissa says, I have visited quite a few platforms, but this takes the cake. Thank you, Miss Marissa. Thank you, TG. And Rod Boy says, right, they wanted to get the man in charge of feeding everybody, which was Dolph, out of the way. That's sad.
Yeah,
That's sad.
they wait on them to crumble. They waiting on them to crumble. And I always say the best revenge is success. You know what I mean? But while you're getting that success, don't become cocky. Don't, taunt or, uh, throw it in their faces. Just keep doing you. And like Locke say, he's just trying to be himself. He's just trying to do him. You know, you don't have to be like somebody else, and you don't have to throw your success in somebody's face. You know, just keep doing what you're doing, and make sure you on point at all times, because going into a rap career is almost like going into the army. You know, going to war. You have to put your armor on. And it's sad it has to be that way, because it shouldn't be that way. Music was meant to entertain people, make people feel good and want to have a good time and dance. I don't want to listen or dance to some music that's make me want to go out here and kill somebody.
That's true. But that's what it seems that this music is doing. It has a different tempo or something that
Yeah,
makes people go, wow.
it's got demonic vibes to it. I drove down the block and got him with my Glock and all this. It's like, stop it. What happened to feel good music? You can rap, you can put out a cold rap and it's feel good.
You listen to, like I said, I'm a real big fan of the 70s music, but
Mhm.
I grew up in the 80s. It's something about the 80s music that have you up and clean, and it makes you feel good. The tempo is different.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like they get in these studios high off that lean and that weed, honey, and they want to get in the studio and start dissing everybody and talking about taking people out and all this stuff. And then when the music is released and they try to go on stage and repeat what they just put on a mixtape, they wondering why the venue is getting shot up.
Yeah, Ashika says, Tamara, did you hear about Soulja Boy pulling up on South Channel trying to act like he was kidding? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that he did say, try to act like he was kidding. He said that, it wasn't that bad, and he really hadn't been trolling since. So
Yeah, that was one of his sober moments.
yeah, he
Soon as
was so
yeah,
that's why I said Soulja Boy need to stop all of that lean and stuff, because
yeah.
he wasn't high or nothing. So it
Soon as
seemed
he
like
get
he was trying to clear it up.
soon as he get crunked again, he be back on there talking crazy. Yeah,
TG says, yeah, those contracts are crazy and you need your lawyer for that. Yeah, they see what they do is they get it wrong because they get it confused because the record label have their lawyer there. But that
yes,
lawyer just drew up that contract for that record label to screw you over. You need your own lawyer.
that's right. Because at the end of the day, when it all boils down to it, if you don't have a entertainment attorney on site with you reading through that contract, you've been assigned your whole life away. And if something happened to you, your family won't get a quarter, your kids won't get a quarter. Everything will be going to the record label.
Sabrina says they call it drill music. New York trying to ban it, and it should be, especially if the tempo in it have people acting crazy.
Yeah. You got young boys out here on the street that don't have a rap career, that have aspirations of being a rapper. And if that's what you putting out, that's the example that you putting out. Well, by the time they become a rapper, that's all they're going to produce, because they feel like, well, that's what I grew up on. I grew up on talking about drilling somebody. So, that's the only music I know about. We've got and people have to realize, and I've said this before, and I said this on another platform in the comments, that everybody making money off these rappers except for their families, especially when
And
they
them,
pass away,
and them, and
and
them.
them. You got the funeral homes making money, you got the hospitals making money, you got the labels making money, the insurance company making money, everybody making money when they have demise.
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't be that way. It should be the same way as if you're in a war. If you have a military veteran that passed away, then his family gets his benefits, his kids gets his benefits. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be living for the moment. And I made $200,000 for this show, so I'm gonna go buy me a $200,000 car. No, you need to be setting up some trust funds for your kids and making sure that your paperwork in order.
And Dolph said it. He said, when he said, when I die, my kids gonna know I was their dad. He said, if something happened to me, I got my baby set up for life. So that let me know they had tried to kill him twice. So I'm sure he had some wheels. But my cousin, who is related to Dolph on her mother's side, said that Dolph's mother has control of his estate. Now,
Yeah.
I'm sure that he's got some wheels. You think about even still, a lot of this stuff still has to go through probate court still a lot of times. But
Hmm.
stuff is not just given out, even with wheels, especially if somebody want to contest it. But he said a lot of his jewelry was going to circulate through his sister and his brother and them. So I don't know if he wanted that stuff. They probably got a choice if they want to sell it or whatever. But I'm sure they wouldn't do that. Dolph's jewelry cost a whole lot of money. So that let me know that he had some stuff set in place. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a businessman. Of course he
Right.
did. Yeah. You don't make a good business person if you don't have your wills and your paperwork in order, because living for the moment is not helping nobody in your family. When you spending every dime you get your hand on down to the penny, and you waiting to do another show for another come up, then you're doing yourself and your kids a disservice. You really are.
Yeah. I guess that's a Ray. She said someone mentioned Key Glock on Soulja Boy Live recently, and he said y'all ain't learned yet. Yeah, he tried to clean that up because he really did incriminate himself. That's why he
Yeah.
got on Sauce Live, and he been
Hmm.
quiet ever since. Nobody is taking away that Soulja Boy has done some good business. But I just think the way that things was done as far as Dolph, I don't respect that.
But see, Soldier Boy was at one time very likable. I even liked Soldier Boy back in the day.
Yeah,
So
me
I
too.
think, yeah,
My
he needs to.
babies loved him. That Crank That Soldier Boy. Oh my God! When that song came on, they was babies. They
Yeah,
could go crazy.
but he needs to step back and reinvent himself, and reinvent himself back to and reverts back to the likable Soldier Boy. You know, uh, he's going to have to go somewhere. He's going to have to go to rehab. That's what he needs to do, and I'm saying that. And I'm not being facetious when I say it. I'm being real. I'm keeping it real.
That's
Soldier Boy needs to go to rehab and get his mind right, because his mind is bad.
Yeah. I think Soldier Boy needs to get that lean up. That
Yeah,
lean is liquid heroin. He gonna have to
he's
give it up.
he's killing himself.
Yeah, he
He's
killing
killing
himself.
himself. When you brown skin and your skin start looking like people from that looking like you an Indian because it's red. That's saying something that your internal organs are messing up. His internal organs are jacked up. And I'm not saying that to be mean, and I'm not saying it because I don't like him. I'm saying that because it's the real truth. I've known people to have addictions to alcohol or other things, and you start seeing it through their pores and then their skin and then their organs. When your stomach start pushing out and bloating up, your internal organs are rotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
a
every time you
problem.
see him, even early in the mornings, he had that cup in his hand. That's that lean,
Yeah,
that
all day,
liquid
every day.
heroin.
Yeah, you can't drink lean all day, every day, and think that your kidneys and your liver gonna survive. I wouldn't be surprised if his liver is mush, is jelly. You know. So instead of worrying about Key Glock and what Pre got going on, he needs to step back, reinvent himself, and start taking care of himself.
Yeah, he
You know,
does. He does.
and not just him, all of them. Y'all
All
sitting back,
of them.
y'all
'Cause
so high.
I see a lot of these young men. They drink that lean. They're gonna have to give it up. That lean is killing them. It
Yeah,
it's turning them into flat out junkies.
they think, and they got it twisted. I'm like, what part of the game is this when you think just because you don't snort it or shoot it in your veins, you're not an addict just because you sipping on it? You're an addict. You are a alcoholic, or, you need anon or something,
Mm.
because this is, to me, is a bigger part of the problem. is if you were in your sober mind, there's a whole lot of things you wouldn't say and do.
Sabrina, are you the Sabrina that get up here on the panel sometimes? Because I'm wondering, because I saw her, I don't see Sabrina in here as much. And I'm looking at that name. I'm like, is that the Sabrina that get up here with us sometimes? Because she ain't got up here in a while.
I think so.
If that's
Mhm.
you, Sabrina, is that you? The Sabrina that always got up here with us.
I think.
Coco says he's a step away from being on dialysis. Yeah, when you're
Ooh, y'all be roasting Soulja Boy,
yeah,
but we just telling him for his own good. We ain't saying it to be malicious. I'm speaking from big auntie perspective.
yeah, Soldier Boy need to. I hope he didn't have nothing to do with this Dolph's thing. And like I said, I kind of the mere fact. Oh, she said no, that's not her. I think her name was Sabrina Grant. The mere fact that that he did go over to Sauce's channel. I don't know if his manager told him to do it or what, but you haven't heard anybody that has did anything as far as like evil towards Dolph or anything try to straighten it out. I did see where he did try to straighten it out a little bit. That's why I kind of been going just a little easy on him.
Yeah, I always say that when you sober, you it's a whole lot of things you wouldn't do or say. But when you under the influence, it gives you courage. So all that liquid courage only puts you in a dark place. And sometimes you can say things that you can't dig yourself back out of. You know, you can't take away everything that you say that's hurtful and spiteful and negative.
That's true, and that's wrong. Like, cause Soldier Boy didn't have any reasons to have any bad blood with Dolph. That was not even necessary. Um, so like I said, I hope that he wasn't involved in this. Like I always say that I feel like what happened was suspicious. He and then he got on when he was mad when the fan said something. And Key Glock had not even said anything to him. The way Key Glock dropped his head when he talked about Dolph is very disturbing to me. That man
Yeah,
is in a whole lot of pain. And for these men, and that's the reason why they took Dolph out, because they wanted to handicap those other young men. They couldn't stand looking at him shine.
yeah.
But what did it but D-Mon did it do them any good?
No, it doesn't do them any good because guess what? Now you have to recoup your fan base because I'm sure there are people that say, well, I listen to both of them. I listen, I don't have a pick. I don't choose sides. So, if you got the side that like both of you but love Dolph also, guess what? You're going to lose them as a fan because they have any inkling that you had anything to do with his demise. They're not going to rock with you anymore. Every time you get ready to go do a show somewhere, something crazy is going to pop off because you're there or the venue is surrounding or about you know? And I just hate to see that because when I think about all the music they could have made together, and if they'd have just come in peace and worked as black men working together to build a bigger legacy, there's no reason why you should be signing contracts with Capitol Music and all these other people or Empire, whoever they sign into. There's no reason why black artists shouldn't have all black owned labels. You
That's true.
know, you're so
That's
busy hating on each other, you can't even, say, well, I may not like you. The same way when I go to work, I don't come to work to be liked, but I will be respected and I will work with you and I will be cordial with you, you know, which in turn we can still work together. You know, it's nothing wrong with working with somebody for a greater good because the more uh, camaraderie that you guys have in that industry, the more younger brothers you can help coming up.
Miss Diane, I just dropped it for you to come up. That's true, Devon. That's true. Coco Love says, did Yo Gotti recent album even break the top 100? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, honey. Who cares? I haven't. I couldn't tell you one word that's from off his album. Period.
Miss Diane, I dropped the link for you. Lynn says absolutely correct. Rod Boy says you said a mouthful. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure, and I'm sure some of these folks having some regrets because these people have been on it. Like I said, and it had nobody really had to snitch on them. I'm sure, but
Yeah.
I don't like saying the word snitch. Nobody had to tell on them. They told on themselves.
The only regret they having is that two of them got caught, two or three of them got caught. That's the regret that they having, because like I say, if one do something, one can keep a secret possibly, but when you got more than one person involved in something as big as this, you have to understand that you cannot think that ain't nobody gonna talk. You think everybody gonna keep a secret? Oh no, it don't work like that.
Hello, Miss Diane.
Hello, how is everyone tonight?
Well, good. How about you?
Oh, doing well, doing well. I just want to give you props. I've been following you, I think, the first day that you started.
Oh wow.
My daughter, I got a daughter that lives in Memphis, and I just wanted to speak on it to give you your props because I've listened to a lot of these blogs, and that's another one that I really listen to. I just won't shout it out right now, but I just want to give you your props. God is really using you. He's not using you in the manner of just getting it out here, throwing it out here. He's using you in every aspect. And with that knowledge that you have, with your background and everything, He's going to take you higher and He's
Thank
going to take
you.
you far.
Thank you. I received that in Jesus' name.
And like I say, I just, that the anointing that's there. But as this case, I'm an old woman. Like I said, I have a daughter live in Memphis. I got grandchildren that lives there. But this case, it's just been all over from ever since November the 17th. And I'm not a person of this rap. I didn't even know who Young Dolph was, you know, and it was just something when I heard about the death. It's just something like that spirit. Something just hit me,
Mm.
and I don't know.
We had
It's just
a
that.
earthquake that night.
Yes, yes. My daughter, she was telling me about it, and that spirit of that young man. God, even sometimes we be in a fix of a mindset where these young people, yeah, they're out here to make money and they're trying to do things, but God has us in a mindset where there's a lot of things we can make money, but our minds is not set to that kind of a thing. Because once I listened to some of this music, I was, whoa, that is something, but
Mm-hmm.
the generation now. But you know what I'm saying? But God had his hands on this young man. But it was his time. But these young people, they need to wake up and I mean, to see. And as we've been talking and talking, I've been listening on your show, how we've been talking, our race is bringing one another. We're bringing one another down.
That's true.
We're tearing ourselves apart, and it just opened more doors for other things to come against us. But I came on to give you your props, and I want to speak on the young man Key Glock. And like I said, I've been following Dolph case, and my heart goes out to his family. It touches home. Because
Mm-hmm.
he had some beautiful little young children, and the way that little girl just loves on her daddy. I mean, it just brings me almost to tears right now.
Yeah, she
That
loved her
like
dad.
Clear God, that interview he done last night. Oh my God, it just like all I could do was just call on the name of Jesus because I
Amen.
felt
Me
his
too.
pain.
When
I
he
felt his pain.
mentioned Dolph's name, he dropped his head.
Yes, the young man, he did all he could, and I know a lot of people where they're knocking him. They're knocking, oh, he was this. No, we all got to look at it in his aspect too. Don't you know everything that we're hearing out on these blogs, on in these streets, or what he had this to do with it? How do you think that make that young man feel that
Mm-hmm.
he's being blamed for
when
his
when he
mentor?
wasn't saying anything, when they say he was depressed and he was wanting to give up music, and they said the boy wasn't even coming out of his house.
House, yes,
People were saying he was guilty because he must have had something to do with it. He
Yes.
ain't even saying nothing.
No,
Now
but
that he's trying to pick up the pieces and move on with his life, people saying the same
the
thing.
same thing. But see, people, they don't look into the heart. And he's got to, looking at him last night, it was last night I watched it. A very humble spirit. Very humble.
Mhm. You could tell
And,
he's very reserved.
yes, yes. But, what we got to do as people, we got to pray and love one another. Because this world, we are in our last days. And people better be taking heed. There's so much and so many things that are happening right now that its Bible is fulfilling. But to get back to Dolph, I don't want to go into my religious part of all of it, but just, to get back to Dolph in this situation with him, I feel also he was hunted down like an animal. And if you look at that video of him at that gas station with that yellow shirt on, his body demeanor, it showed something. He saw something.
Yeah.
But I just pray to God that justice will be served for that young man.
Demon said that last night when we were on. Demon said if you look at Dolph's demeanor,
He
did
saw
you say that
something.
last night, Demon? He saw something that got
He
his
saw
attention.
something.
Yeah, I
But
said
I
that.
just pray that God bring justice for this man's family. Because that man, he wasn't a greedy man. This man, he was giving back to his community the best that he knew how. And and I don't know what all his life consists. I have read things about his family. But, we all got skeletons in our closet, in our families, and, some that do this and do that. But still, he had love for his people.
Yes, he did.
And what God speaks about, love toward one another. And they took the wrong person, though.
God ain't pleased. They
No,
prematurely
he's
took
not
that
pleased.
boy. They
Oh,
prematurely hunted that boy down
oh,
and took him
God
because
is not pleased, and
Mhm.
it's not gonna be rest in Memphis, Tennessee until
Not until
justice.
justice is served.
Justice. Oh, I didn't mean to get on it. I just wanted to give you your props and speak on the young man on Key Glock because I be listening. I'm listening all the time, and I don't know. I just said, Lord, I just need to give her props because she's carrying one of the best blogs out of all this time from November 17th until April the 6th. This is
Thank
the
you.
time I've been listening, you know, but you're going to be blessed.
Thank you.
God is
I
going to take
received
you
that. I
higher. It
really
was.
appreciate that. Your words of encouragement means a lot to me. I have to always pray when you're in a virtual world, you deal with a lot of spiritual warfare,
Oh, yes.
but I
Yeah.
really appreciate
And
that a whole lot.
Demon, you hang in there. You hold on tight with it. You
I am, girl. Me, arthritis, and everything else I got going on.
But okay, thank you for the time tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up. That means a lot to me.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. That was so kind.
Yeah, it was.
Miss Dima and Miss Kim be helping me to hold it down. I appreciate both of them a whole lot. Miss Kim be patrolling on them comments. She be patrolling. Justice Moss says, I wonder if BY and YG jealous of Young Dolph was so fine, swag, humble. Young Dolph, he was a tall, handsome, shiny black dude, wasn't he? He'd
Yes,
be
he
clean. He
was.
would be clean.
Yes. And I say fresh to death.
He had on a coat. I remember when I first saw it. It's in a picture. When I first saw the coat, I was like, God, that coat looks nice on him. And then one of his artists or somebody mentioned that same coat, said it was a $6,500 coat. I was like, dog, it looked expensive. It was a long coat. It
I
was really
say,
nice.
I say, tall, thin men, their clothes just hang better on them,
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when clothes expand. Oh, there goes Sabrina. Sabrina, we was just talking about you. That's Sabrina right there. You have not been up here in forever. We just asked another young lady, "Are you the Sabrina that come up here on the live?" And then she showed. We talked up then with D-Mom.
Sure did. Come
We were
on up.
just talking about you, Miss Sabrina. Sabrina, you need to come up. She ain't been up here in a long time. I think Sabrina be at work sometimes too. Refuse to lose. There goes refuse to lose. It's Bama 101. Thank you, it's Bama 101. He says he's hooked on the channel. I appreciate that. It's Bama be hanging in here with me all night long. I appreciate that. Tall, handsome piece of chocolate. Yes, indeed. That dark chocolate.
Yes, indeed.
I love that dark chocolate. Um, let's see. It's Bama says, and I love her little sweet voice. Thank you. Jane Doe says it's Bama 101. Get out, no CMG allowed. Oh, I don't think he said anything wrong. For those of you all that's coming into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Sabrina, are you still in here? Let's see. Young Dolph, I watched the whole entire show last night, full 6 hours. It was phenomenal. Best nature talking points. Nice energy. Thank you, mister. I appreciate that. We went for a long time. We went so long my head was hurting. You know what? I don't know what happened to the super stickers. Like, I don't know why they took it, but they took it. And so if you want to give Miss Tanya, you have to give via Cash App, because I don't really know why they took the, I guess they're gonna give it back. But I don't know what happened, because I was looking at that, because I don't know what happened. Let's see. Sabrina says, Sabrina, I had dropped the link for you. Oh, okay. She at work tonight. Okay. Player code. It's the voice for me. Player. Yeah. Rest in peace, young Dolph. Okay. She says she's listening though. Isbama says, CMG, who you tell me to get out? This ain't your YouTube. Let's see. Refuse to lose says, ladies, I'm fighting a bad toothache. Oh, I'm sorry, Refuse to lose. She normally come up here with me too. For those of you all that are just coming into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I think they was just playing with you, it's Bama. Hakia says his swag was unmatched. Yeah, his swag was unmatched. You turned up. No, I don't know. I hope I didn't. I must. If I did, maybe I did it by mistake. I don't know. I was trying to figure it out, because somebody said that it wasn't working last night. So I went and I was looking to try to see what I did, because normally when I come on the super chat, I always just be on there with it. But I don't. It's not on there anymore. So I don't know if I made a mistake and hit something or what. I tried to figure it out, but I'm gonna go look at it again when I get out and see, because I thought that it was just automatically connected. My boy was always fresh. Dolph said in his song. Yeah, he was always fresh, and he kept his kids looking, because when he would always buy Mia those, when he would buy him that Louis Vuitton and Gucci and stuff, he would always buy her the purses, and his children too. Yeah, player code. It probably is something that I did, because I didn't even know that it wasn't working until somebody said, I don't see your super chat. I was like, it's supposed to be down there. And so then when I went and looked at it earlier, I was like, right before I was getting ready to get on, I was like, it's not down there. And so I went to try to see what was wrong, but I couldn't figure it out. It's Bama 101. I think I said I'm hearing Key Glock a lot of stuff about Key Glock. I don't know. I'm just asked the question. That's what every blogger talking about. Well, well, just because we hear stuff, it don't mean it's true. I think people just speculate. I don't me personally, I don't really think that Key Glock had anything to do with Dolph's death. You know, I don't. That's my opinion, you know, and I have a right to it. Because like I said, folks be getting mad at you when you don't feel the way they feel. But I think I personally always let it be known that I want to see the pre-artists win, all of them equally, and I don't think that any of them had anything to do with Dolph's demise. T says they took it because you're being too real. That's what happened. You might be right, because I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, y'all, I'm dropping a link. Anybody want to come up? Like I said, you know, differences of opinions are respected up here. They definitely are. You know, we're talking about Key Glock first interview. It broke my heart. I said, I feel Key Glock just feels bad because he was once friends with these demons, and Dolph was that too, but Dolph was familiar with those young men too. Like I said, Beanhampton and Orange Mountain are all right there together. Remember now, if you all can remember, Dolph was cool with um Dolph and J Money, the young man that was killed, that was over Trulia Mafia. They said that at one time, not D Money, but J Money, Dolph and J Money were best friends. And when you saw Dolph and J Money together, you didn't see Key Glock with them. So TZ was in that group the whole time, which means Dolph was probably pretty cool with TZ, and Key Glock went around at that time. So Lord have mercy. Somebody done started. Okay, let me just block them. I don't know why people start going making those fake pages and putting that crazy stuff in here. I rebuke them in the name of Jesus. Sometimes you have to rebuke people and pray for their minds. Some of these folks need to go check themselves into some mental institutions because they're mentally ill. Because anytime you ain't got nothing else better to do than to sit up and make fake pages so that you can come and put a whole lot of crazy stuff in somebody's chat, you mentally ill. And a person that can be sent out to do that is considered the lowest on the totem pole. Because I don't let people send me out. TG says, Miss T, they took your super sticker because you're being too real on the topics. Yeah. Trolls, take your medicine and go to bed. That's right. And pray for them because they getting started. Make it make sense. Says Key Glock ain't have nothing to do with Dolph's death, but he shouldn't be sleeping at 12:30 in the afternoon. He probably felt guilty, like he should have been up and with Dolph. Well, you have to think about those young men are entertainers, and they be in the studio probably getting high and drunk all night long. Okay. They do little shows and stuff. They probably sleep late. Their schedules are not like our schedules are. I'm with y'all always was taking up for Key Glock and every blogger and YouTube channel. Kim says, let's flood the chat with the Dolphins. Y'all, let's do that. We like to keep the spirit of Dolph around. Rest in peace, Young Dolph says they wasn't best friends for real. A lot of these people envy Dolph, want to get put on so bad. A lot of these so-called friends never get a smile when they was in pictures with him. He smiled every time with Key. Yeah. It's Bama 101 says, I don't think he was familiar with Straight Drop. Well, Straight Drop was from right around that area. He might, he was from right around the area. He might not mess with him like that, but he was from right around that area. It's Bama 101. I think he got someone brought Straight Drop around first.
I had to go on mute for a minute, Miss T. I just got to work, so yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. But I wanted to go back and kind of reiterate that just because you know people or you've grown up with them or been around them doesn't mean that once you get older and you start living separate and individual lives that you're going to always be on the same page. Some people outgrow each other, and sometimes you outgrow other people's antics, and they still stuck on the same stuff they was doing as a juvenile and a grown man now, and they still doing juvenile stuff as a grown man, and you've matured past that. Sometimes you have to cut your ties, so that you're not pulled in or involved in their shenanigans, And I hear people saying, well, Key Glock brought them around Dolph, or however it went, looking at Key Glock on that interview, he just seems a little bit more settled and a little more mellow. Regardless to what he may have been into when he was younger, he's older now and he's maturing. He's still a young man, but he's got a long road ahead of him. But, I think being around Dolph really helped him to grow into maturity. And when you are a grown man and you never mature and you're still a man child, a mature man has no use for you. He don't want you around him.
That's true. That's true.
That's like me at my age hanging around a 50-year-old woman that still like to go to the club and twerk. She's not on my level because I'm not with all of that. You know what I mean? So why would I still hang around her or have her in my circle? We on two different wavelengths.
Thank you, Sauce One. He says for Salute Princess. Thank you, Sauce, for the cash app. I appreciate that so much. Sauce is the young man who Soulja Boy pulled up on his show. I look at Sauce show a lot, and but Soulja Boy knew to respect Sauce though. He knew to
Soulja ain't crazy. He
wasn't crazy. He knew to respect Sauce.
Yeah, he know who to respect and he know who he can clown with and who he can't.
Let's see. Mr. C. Jamar 87, Dolph and Key Glock was South Memphis like me. I was just from around Orange Mound near Melrose, which I graduated from class of 06. I hear you. So he from the Mound. Okay, Mr. C. You said class of 06. Okay. Let's see. Yam in the house.
Hey,
Mr. C from right around the area that Dolph was from around, because Dolph was from Castelia and Orange Mountain is like right there together. So he right from over there. TG information to help better us community. We will not get the attention it deserves. Very sad. That's true. Joyce Bryant, I'm shouting out here in Memphis, and all that she had said was so true. Yeah, Miss Joyce. Let's see. Coco says Dolph didn't trust them, and that's why he did sign them. Or you meant didn't sign them? And then you have to think about when you're trying to build an organization. I'm sure Dolph had business consultants and stuff around him. When you getting serious about your business and you start investing and you get business consultants around you, you can't have crash dummies around you. You can't have people that's going and raping women around you. That'll bring lawsuits to your organization. People tend to sue the person who has the money.
That's right.
You that would have been a bad look. And then when you start to mature and you want to grow, you don't want to work hard for somebody who don't, to destroy everything you have.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? If these are your artists and you signing crash dummies, and every time they do something stupid and get locked up, then you are pretty much on the hook for bailing them out and riding that wave with them. You trying to take care of business. You don't have time to be going and bailing people out of jail for some old foolishness.
That's true. That's true. It's gonna be interesting to see, what go on. Cause like I said, it appears to me that they know what has happened. Anytime they know that there was an order for him not to walk out that cookie shop, they know what has happened, you know. So you have to think about who told him that. How do they know that? Like I said, all of those, I'll keep stressing, every camera in that area worked, So I'm sure when they pulled up with because people tend to circle places a few times before they actually, because they have to stake out their area for a minute before
Yeah,
they actually strike and get up the nerve to go and do something like that. So I'm sure that they know how many times they actually circled, because they had to make sure the coast was clear. And I mean, who's to say that the reason that we only got that little angle like that is because it might have been, you never know if there were other, we don't know what else was there with them. Normally when people do stuff like that, they're not by themselves, you know.
no, most of them always have lookout people. Lookout. And all of that don't matter because if you looking out, then you're gonna get caught on camera too. Because somewhere along the lines, you're gonna pull off after they pull off.
That's true. You
It
gonna
looks
pull off after
suspicious.
they pull off. Like I said, that Church's Chicken was over there. You got that hotel. You got that Family Dollar and that gas station. All of those cameras worked. And there was another store on the over on the other side of where that washer and dryer over across the street was. From my understanding, those cameras were working too. So I mean that store over there got probably those cameras from their position probably got everything. And somebody might have been stupid enough to even be sitting in that lot because they felt like it was over across the street,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, like I said last night, I do believe that he was first followed by a different group of people, and then taken out by a second group of people. You know, stalking.
Yeah, yeah, Dima, I've heard people say that, um, that it was a you got to know it wasn't just those two people that because they had to have some people they in their opinion in their minds they had to have some people to have their backs,
Absolutely, absolutely.
you know. Who's to say somebody wasn't, sitting over there in that Church's Chicken lot, if they circled a couple times and said his back turned, now is the time. Because
Yeah,
how did they just pull up like that and just jump out? How did they know the coast was clear? They pulled up back over on the other side of his car. That means somebody had to be looking directly into their cookie shop to let them know the coast is clear. His back
yeah.
turned.
And the way that car was pulled up, not in front of the cookie shop, but actually before you could see Dolph car. It looked like from the picture. They pulled up in a hurry. Wherever they came from, they probably burnt gas trying to get there because they pulled up so fast. It looked like they didn't even let the car stop good enough, or they hopped out.
Right. And how did they know that the coast was going to be clear? How did they know that nobody else was in there? How did they know that they can just get a clear shot like that of him? Somebody might have been watching from across the street or maybe in the Church's Chicken lot or something like that. Somebody was able to see directly in that cookie shop to say,
Yeah,
okay, his back is turned, the coast is clear.
yeah, yeah.
But like I said, I've heard people, you know, there are people that have differences of opinion, because I've heard people say they feel like that maybe he was shot from inside the cookie shop. You know, I don't know if that's true, but one thing for sure, if they got the cameras and they got the footage from inside the cookie shop, they gonna know. If they would know, I would think that somebody else would have been arrested by now if he was shot from inside the cookie shop.
Yeah, it's all going to come out. Like I said, as soon as this trial get going, it's going to come out, and I wouldn't be surprised that if some information isn't leaked from that trial. You
Oh, for
know.
sure.
Hmm.
Oh, for sure. Um, it's probably yeah. You know, I think it's sad though. Like I said, you know, I hate, you know, that this had to happen. You know, I don't know what young Dolph, you know, could have done, what anybody could have did that was so bad, that would just make somebody just want them off of. He had to go that day. He had, you know, so it's a sad thing, but I think, you know, in the process, a lot of people that wanted him gone, they messed their own lives up.
I'd be curious to know what he was doing on his social media that day. I don't know if he was, saying, you know, I got a turkey drive today, or I'm going to the cookie shop. His phone going to tell a lot. So, we don't know with him having some type of schedule
Well, they
who was
always
able.
advertised it, I believe, on radio.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, around the local area, I think it was advertised on radio.
Okay. Well, that explains that then.
Yeah, that would somewhat explain that. Yeah, people knew that
Hmm.
he was gonna be in town. But to be able to stalk him, um, I wouldn't, like I said, you have to get a starting point when you stalking somebody. But how do you know where to go to get that starting point? I don't know if he had given out turkeys that morning, but like I said, somebody had posted in the comments that Dolph had been with a girl, and the person said that the girl didn't set him up. Somebody knew, the girl's boyfriend or baby daddy or something knew that he would be in town, and had someone watching her house.
You
And
know, Miss T, for some reason, that storyline there, that scenario kind of put me back in the frame of mind of Mo 3, because that's what they were saying about Mo 3. Now, when it comes to Dolph, not to say that he wasn't with somebody, but I'm like, are they getting the stories confused, or the two people confused? Because that's the same exact storyline from Mo 3. And if that's the case, and this girl's baby daddy knew he was there and had him followed from her house, then that kind of changes the scenario. You know what I mean? And
mhm,
I don't know if we're gonna uh, look past the fact that that just changes everything. Because what you're saying is uh, Justin and Cornbread knows the baby daddy of this alleged young lady that Dolph was supposedly with. So it's like,
absolutely.
what are you saying? Because I can't wrap my mind around that statement enough to say that it's factual. You
Thank
know
you,
what I mean?
Hakia, for the cash app. Thank you so much, Hakia. I appreciate that so much. Um, I was getting ready to read. Somebody made it. Oh, make it make sense. Says rumor has it that Young Dolph was beefing with Yo Gotti and Moneybag Yo on live that morning before he was killed. I've heard people say that, but they've never produced any footage of that. I never gave that a lot. I'm not saying it's not true, but I would think if they, you know, if they was online beefing, and I know the one of the young kids that was standing out there said that somebody would have produced that footage by now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think somebody would have recorded it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know though. Because you're not the first person that I heard say it, make it make sense. I would think that that video would be circulating.
Yeah, because they circulate everything else, so I can't see nobody not getting a hold of that, showing some kind of receipt on that.
They said found young Dolph's phone in Makita's dumpster. I haven't heard that.
That's another one of those theories, from people just guessing. There's still no hard proof on that either.
Jane Doe says Moneybag Yo got a bag for Dolph's hits. Tanisha said, nah, Dolph said he wasn't cheating on Mia anymore and hadn't in a long time. He said in several interviews that he was very in love with Mia. One of the interviews that I saw him do, one of his, it was earlier last year, a young lady from Boston, Massachusetts had said, I saw you with your family, your kids, and your wife. He said, no, I'm not married. And she said, oh, well, I didn't know that. She said, well, whatever it is, it looks like it's happy. He said, yeah, I'm very happy, but we're not married. He said, but oh, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, he was happy. And everybody has problems. I don't know why people think it's so impossible for a couple that's been together as long as they have to not have disagreements. But it seems like she's mature enough and he was mature enough to agree to disagree and keep it moving, but still love each other and stay together. And I don't think he was just there just for the children, although we know for a fact that he loved his kids. But I feel like my opinion is that he loved Mia too.
Yeah, I believe he loved Mia too. Because, I mean, he could have been with anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
Around a lot of women, and even if he was, it wasn't enough to take him from his home. It don't look like.
Yeah, and like I say, men can have a jump off all day long, but it's never enough for them to leave their family. And Mia and those kids, that's his family. It's a lot of men out here that they'll hook up with you, but they're not leaving their family for you.
Jerome says, how did the lady know Dolph came from Atlanta on your last live? On what live was that? I wonder what he's talking about. Or was he speaking about the lady that made the comment on one of my videos? I couldn't find the comment no more. She had made it like over a month ago, and I didn't pay it any attention, and it didn't hit me until somebody just the other day says they was following him all day, and I'm told at some point he knew he was being followed. And that kind of hit me. I was like, okay, maybe with that comment might have some validity to it, but whoever said it was over a month ago. They deleted the comment because I couldn't find it anymore.
Yeah, I can believe it. I mean, I don't really think that takes a rocket science to figure that out. Of course he was followed, but from where? At what starting point? That's the question. Don't nobody know that.
That's true. That's true. Coco says, I feel like him coming from a lady house could be true. He wasn't faithful to Mia. LaRonda said that's another lie. I also heard 2 cameras was taken down before cops showed up. That's that YouTube talk. Facts, the homicide was premeditated and thought out. Of course it was. On the same live video, a couple of men on the scene said it started over in Cordova. That's, well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I know Dolph has a house in Memphis, and if I'm not mistaken, it's in Cordova. I don't know. Cordova is a suburban area in Memphis. Young Dolph and one of his artists had given turkeys away before he went to the cancer center. He also said they were going to be doing turkey drives all that week, but then I don't know where the young lady lived either. Black love ain't perfect. Dolph was going to retire and marry Mia. Just my opinion.
Exactly.
Allegedly, it was on the phone records about the beef with Yo Gotti. Well, one thing about the phone records, they able to pull them, and they don't need his phone to pull them. And I'm sure that was done months ago. Of course, he loved that woman, but that doesn't mean he wasn't cheating. She asked how many ways is it to Memphis. She asked how many ways is it to Memphis. Oh, I remember that. And I said, the only thing I know is 78. You go straight down Lamar from Atlanta to Memphis. It's like a straight shot. It takes you through Mississippi and Alabama. That takes you into Georgia. That's all I know. Yeah. Make It Make Sense says Dolph attorneys and friends Scott Hall told TMZ that Dolph was in town for his annual Thanksgiving giveaway, which was scheduled in his old neighborhood on Wednesday afternoon. Okay. I remember that now, young man. I don't remember verbatim how the conversation went, but I do remember her asking me, is there more than one way from I believe she did say Atlanta to Memphis. I told her I only
Yeah,
know one
yeah,
way.
I remember that too.
Mm-hmm. For those of you all that are just coming into the room, please hit the like button. For anybody, okay, Rod Boy said that's I-59. Okay, I know I go down 78. And I mean, and I've only driven to Atlanta one time, and I was flying. I got pulled over. I was trying to get out of Alabama. I had my kids with me, and as soon as before I got around that corner, I was like, if I could just get out of Alabama, I don't want to get pulled over. The worst thing in the world is to get pulled over by a Alabama police. And I had seen that just as I was getting ready to go into Georgia, I could see the sign, "Welcome into Georgia." He pulled me over. I've been flying ever since.
I know you was like, thank you, Jesus.
He pulled me over. I was flying. He gonna say, you could come back or I give you a ticket. I think the ticket, he said you could pay $210 or you can or you could pay or you can come back and fight it. I said, I'll just pay it. I said for $210, even back then, I was like, I'm glad I was burning it up. I was rolling.
What state was that Sandra Bland was pulled over in?
Texas.
Texas. Okay.
He looked like he wanted to do because he would look at me, he would look at my daughters, he would look at me like, you look at my daughters. I was like, Lord, please, God, please, I just want to get out of Alabama.
Yeah, you can tell when they on some bull crap.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to get out of Alabama. But he went on ahead and calmed on down. I said, I'm with my girls, and I just wanted to get out of Alabama. I'm telling y'all, it ain't good to get pulled over. I have not driven to Atlanta. I don't like Atlanta anyways like that, but I fly. Been flying. Every time I went, I would fly. It don't take but 45 minutes to fly there. Rob Boy said I-20 to Birmingham, Alabama, then I-22 or 59 to Memphis. 166 likes. All right, they cutting up tonight. I appreciate that with the likes. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I've been dropping a link. Anybody want to come up and talk about Key Glock, y'all can.
What happened to Player Cole? Wasn't he on here earlier?
Yeah, he dropped off, but I think he came back into the live. People be loving Player Cole because he real laid back. He from Memphis too. He from.
I ain't mean to run you away, Player Cole. Come on back, Player Cole.
Player Cole from in North Memphis. He from over there where Gotti from, around that area. Gotti from North Memphis. I'm from South Memphis, from around the area that that Dolph was.
I wonder if he ever ran into Gotti in the neck of the woods.
Probably, because I think everybody in North Memphis know each other.
Oh, okay.
Now South Memphis was rough, but North Memphis was rough, and I didn't fool around in North Memphis. Period. I remember when I was doing traffic. I'll never forget. I had a wreck over in North Memphis. Player Cole, I'm getting ready to talk about your area. I had a wreck over in North Memphis, and the guy, it was a hit and run. And when I pulled up on the scene, the guy, because I said, God, why my lieutenant put me in North Memphis, right around Jackson area? I knew something was gonna happen. He was the young boy was so crazy. It was a hit and run. When he hit the car, he didn't stop, but his tag, he knocked his own tag. So I'm sitting in the car doing the report, and then this young boy walk up. He young thug. He walk up, hit my window, boom, boom, boom. Ma'am, I lost my tag off my car. I said, you lost your tag off your car? What car was that? My car, my tag. That's it right there. I said, so you hit these folks and ran. I came back to get my tag. Give me my tag. He started trying to
Ooh.
He came back to the scene to try to get his tag. I said, oh my God. I was calling back up and stuff on the radio. He was adamant about he was gonna get his tag. Okay, I ain't gonna talk about that.
But you know what, Miss T, that's a potentially dangerous situation.
Yes, indeed, because he was, but somebody got to be thrown off if you do a hit and run. You hit a car and cause a wreck and run, and you realize you lost your tag, and you come back to the scene to get your tag and leave again. That was around North Memphis. I said, I knew I didn't want to work the North Memphis area. Hey, Player Cole.
What's popping? What popping?
You heard me
waiting
just
on you.
North Memphis.
Yeah, hey, boy, you been going hard on the lad. I done cleaned my house up, got my kids in order, got in the shower, pop back out. You still out.
I was telling them, I said, South, but a lot of people didn't like to chill in South Memphis. But I guess because I grew up in South Memphis, I was always comfortable. But I ain't really fool around in North Memphis.
See, like I know so many people in South Memphis. Like I had people in LMG over there in the mound. So like whenever I go, I was cool. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't my nigga of the woods, I was always cool because I know somebody wherever I be at.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever run into Gotti at any time or his people?
Plenty of time. Like I told you, I was saying Gotti whole come up. One of my homeboys used to rap with Yo Gotti when he rapped with DJ Sound back in the day. That's who Yo Gotti started rapping with, and like he stayed around the corner from where we be at, like Overlook and Ridgecrest. That's like 5 minutes away. So I always seen Gotti around the hood and Fraser.
So how was he back then? Like his demeanor and his character?
I always getting some money. He was really always on some money. I always rapping.
Okay, so he wasn't on no fighting and gang banging type of stuff.
Nah, he like just like everybody was on the same tip, trying to get some money, put some music out. Involved in certain activities. Like it was the same thing in every hood, just different hood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, in your opinion, what turned these guys like against each other and all the beef and the hatred and gang banging and wanting to take each other out?
I would say top dog position. Like once everybody started like understand, like a lot of people was around each other. Like this just in like North Memphis, like certain artists that got it wasn't around. Like I said, DJ Sound, Dirty Red, them people help get Yo God off the ground. And like that's why I always tell people, like if you go ask about Yo God in the hood, you ain't gonna always get a reaction, cause like them people feel like God had left them behind, he ain't reached back to him. And some people go have certain things good to say about him, like his former artist T Stick, like, they love dude. But like, it's just gonna be different emotions, different people go feel different ways about him.
Mm-hmm.
So in retrospect,
right, I dropped the link. I already dropped it. I dropped it twice.
So in retrospect, then he was pretty much like Dolph in a sense, as far as just getting money and trying to stay out the BS, and then they started hating on him because they felt like he wasn't giving back.
Yeah, he
to them.
He wasn't giving back. And see, like this the difference between Gotti and Dolph. Like Dolph will help a stranger get on their feet. Like Gotti, he gonna put his homeboys on, his dudes that grew up with him from the cribs. He gonna put them people in position. before he just put a strange on. Like this the difference between those two.
Mm-hmm.
See,
But you
that's what
got
I don't
but you got a
understand.
lot of his friends that you know but so do you think it's true about when they say the people in his neighborhood are mad at him?
Over there in Ridge, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, like this the thing about that. Like a lot of them people over there in Ridge, Chris, was nowhere to be found when Gotti was in Ridge, Chris. It's a whole new breed of people over there. Okay, like for example, when Gotti was over there when he was young, before he was Yo Gotti, he was Lil Yo. That what he was rapping up on. It was like it was a whole different gang over there. Like you go come back to now, it's a whole different gang over there. So like them people weren't even really around Gotti when he was over there. Like they probably seen him come through for a video shoot when he was coming over there or a little interview or something, but he wasn't really even over there like that when he got on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So basically, they feel like, he could have put more people on than he did. And, they have the term, you went Hollywood.
Yeah, man, like this is another example. Like this just had a rap game meal. Now let's take it back to when 3 6 was on and popping. And when they wasn't really putting nobody on, and when they got all the way on, people start saying the same thing about them.
But what people don't know is Pat Gangsta Pat, not Project Pat, but Gangsta Pat was working with Paul before Paul even made it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
See, all of them was around each other. Like I'm telling you, like man, that whole thing, and like that was one reason why Gotti was kind of fell out with 3 6 because like Gotti was around Skinny Pimp and he was trying to get through the door with Skinny Pimp, but they didn't want to work with Gotti. He wasn't affiliated with they was affiliated with, and he wasn't from their side of town, so they didn't ever try to put him in the door, and he felt some kind of way about that.
I think a lot of people too, because rest in peace, Young Dolph says he did go Hollywood. Dolph ain't changed on his people, even the first, even the ones that was fake. Yeah, I think a lot of people. I used to hear a lot, especially when Gotti first got on. A lot of went mainstream or whatever. A
Mm.
lot of Memphians felt like he tried to separate himself from his city. You didn't. A lot of people in the beginning didn't really even know that
He was from Memphis. They
he
thought
was
he was
from
from
Memphis because he
Atlanta.
tried to separate himself from Memphis.
And see, I'm gonna tell you, like I peeped that whole play out, but like what he was doing. Like when he was up there, he was like riding Gucci and them way to get on. Like Gucci and them, they were like feeling him because like they hadn't heard nobody from Memphis like spitting like how he was spitting. So man, this dude here from Memphis, he kind of hard. And this 4 young Dolph started coming up. And that's how them relationships start getting built. And he know what he doing in the music game. Like I say that because like I said, I watched him. He knew if he ride that wave long enough, it will create a wave for him. If it makes sense to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, like I said, I can't understand why it went as far as it did with he and Dolph. It even if they weren't gonna like each other, they should have just agreed to not like each other and like a lot of rap artists and just kept it moving. It never should have, and even when you saw Black Youngster and all of them getting involved, a lid should have been put on that.
Yep.
So, Player Code, do you think that Pre and T1017 are going to merge?
I don't, it's hard to say. Like I believe they got something working where either they finna drop a collab mixtape together or probably try to get Gucci to help to move some of Dolph music. I believe that's the way they going with it.
Hmm. I'm going to go on mute for a minute, guys.
Okay, but yeah, like I said, I see. I was looking at some pictures. Key Glock got sold out tonight. I think he's in North Carolina.
He been selling out everywhere he done went.
Yeah, he been selling out. I think because I saw Snoop Band's post on his page. Okay. Oh, Yam said he from North. Yam. Okay. Yeah. But you know what, Yam? My dad is from North Memphis too. My dad is from North Memphis. My dad's side of the family, before they moved out, to But they started out in North Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying okay now. I'm from North Memphis. See, Willa says a big dog came with that smoke last night. I'm trying to remember who Big Dog was. I can't remember him. I remember a Big Dog got on, but I don't know what, because it was quite a few men on last night, and they started talking over each other. That it makes my head hurt. Tanisha said, "I hope not pre is pre and 1017 is 1017." Yeah, I think they need to leave that alone. They could collab together. Carl West says, when a lot of people talk bad about you, that means you're on some BS or did some BS. And rest in peace, Young Dog says, Miss T, how can you put a lid on it when you promoting it? Well, that's true. That's true. I agree with rest in peace, Young Dolph, on that, because if you think about it, first of all, Moneybag Yo and Dolph had a relationship, and I do remember when Moneybag Yo had an interview a couple years back, and they asked him about Young Dolph, and they said, are you and Young Dolph still cool? I did an interview with Young Dolph, and he said he ain't had no problems with you, and he said it is what it is. He said, but so what does that mean? Because he said, because Dolph says he still listens, respects your music, and he ain't got no issues with you. And he said it is what it is. He said, I want to talk about my song.
Yeah, his mixtape fed.
So what was so hard about him saying I ain't got no issues with Dolph?
Because he might.
Somebody had to have been promoting it. Yeah. If Young Dolph was waving the white flag and said if this man was telling him that, he said, and even with Black Youngster, I saw where an interviewer said to Black Youngster, even at the the 100 Shot song, he said, Dolph said he listened to some of your stuff and he ain't got no, he moved on, he ain't got no issues with you. He said that. Well, I ain't on that no more anyways, though. It shocked him that Dolph said that, when the interviewer said that. So that's why I say they never had any issues with each other. So it started out with Gotti and Dolph, but I don't feel like Gotti should have pulled them into it.
Moneybag Yo couldn't say nothing because he probably was scared he was gonna get his hand spanked. The only one that said something out loud was Big 30, saying "Rest in peace, Dolph." But
he got in trouble for that. Seemed like.
Yeah, he did. Uh-huh.
But they back hard on him now, cause like I told you, he on Straight Drop mixtape, on Straight Drop IG. He liking all Straight Drop pictures, and he friends with him. He following them.
Wow. Jane Doe says, when he said it is what it is, he is saying he don't like Dolph. Of course, he jealous of Dolph. I don't know.
But how could you be jealous of somebody that took an interest in you and put you on?
Right.
Or at least helped your career? I don't understand that.
The ego.
Yeah, it is.
That's why none of them could never get in the room with each other. Like, people tried to get them to sit down, but all of them egos was so big and wasn't happening. It was not happening.
That's sad. Can you imagine the impact all of them working together could have had on the music industry, and the example that you can set, for future generations, that Black men can do something other than kill each other. We can work together and grow.
Because if Dolph and Gotti could have came together, can you imagine the impact they could have had on the city of Memphis?
Yeah.
Open the floodgates up.
Yeah. And these young men shouldn't have to pick a side. They shouldn't have to do that. They should be able to hone in on their craft and be great. It's a lot of them that I think if they could break into some sort of field or something that they're interested in, and somebody mentor them and take interest and allow them to grow and be great, a lot of things wouldn't be happening in the streets. These boys are bored, angry, bitter. They just out here with all this craziness because they don't have nothing else to do with their time. And when I see these big artists that have the
That's
power
true.
to pull these boys out of the hood and give them jobs, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rapper. It could be anything, security or whatever. I understand about the trust level. You can't pull everybody out and trust them, but some of them are thirsty for some type of mentorship, a father figure, and I would consider, people like Gotti and Gucci Man, they're like godfathers in the game, you know. Um, it's got to be something or some kind of something that you can pull together to get these young men out the streets and into something more positive.
That's true. That's true because if you think about it, I mean, Moneybag Yo, not Moneybag Yo, but Yo Gotti did 3-6 back in the day, but it didn't lead to no deaths or nothing.
Nope.
Right.
Him and Boo Dirty was into it.
You said Boo 30?
Boo Dirty. That's another
Yeah,
Memphis
Boo
rapper.
Dirty is another rapper. TG says Dolph only had beef with Gotti. He made that clear so many times.
No, he had beef with Black Youngster jumped into it too now.
Right.
He didn't have beef with him, but a Black Youngster seemed to have made that his business.
But see, they make it where like it's like they make it where you gotta pick a side. It's so crazy. Like I'm telling you, like, and just for me doing these videos, like you won't believe, like, man, you be making too many dog videos. It's crazy,
Wow.
like real talk.
People be coming
Wow.
over there saying that to you too.
It's like people that I know on the street. Like I told you, like I told you, I'm from Fraser. You know what I'm saying? Where got it from? But like I get homeboy that's like affiliated with paper route artists. Like my homeboy Young Roo, free Young Roo. By the way, he in jail. This Moochie great first cousin. Like so,
Mm.
like I get access kind of like to both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like it be crazy, like man, you always doing a video on Dolph, man. You gotta tell them what gotta be doing for the. It's crazy.
Oh, they trying to run your content, huh?
Or either you saying too much, you can't be saying it on there. Like sometimes, like I can't even go around certain people in there, cause like they know I'm doing a blog and like they think I'm on some police stuff, but ain't nothing like that. You heard me?
And it's a shame, it's always freedom of speech, but when it's bad when you can't speak on certain topics or certain groups or certain camps because, you're literally putting your own self at risk.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because it's like y'all don't go down to WREG news station and stand outside trying to knock them in their head for reporting the news on Memphis. you
Mhm.
know it's like a blogger uh to me is a second most dangerous uh job as far
Yeah,
as.
I was going to say that because you have people getting on here doing that. That's why. That's why.
Yeah.
That's
And I
why.
had to learn it like, man, don't be showing your house and your cars you drive. Like I had to learn it like watch what I be posting on her.
That's right.
Especially when people got to noticing me like, damn, you be over here? I'm like, Lord.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like I said, it. You have to think about people. A lot of it's unfortunate to say a lot of these young folks are on these drugs, and like a young lady was saying, I believe it was yesterday, she said it's making them feel like they're Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they doing crazy stuff, like I said, um when a lot of vloggers before I started vlogging, vloggers were getting threats. And I think I keep reiterating this. The first vlog I did, one of the investigators told me I was going to get some threats. and it was very neutral. And I try my best to be neutral. I might be a little biased sometimes because I get emotional, but that vlog, that particular one that I did, it was very, as a matter of fact, it was motivational. And somebody had threatened me. Well, they know who it is that had threatened me, and that's what I say. Like they was making all the these were the same people. They was threatening different vloggers
Mm-hmm.
for
So have
talking about
you?
Dolph, which is why the FBI had to get involved with
Yeah.
that, because internet crimes are federal, terroristic threats are. So, like I said, a lot of these people, they they started out bringing attention to themselves,
Yeah.
and uh, um, the police didn't have to get nobody to tell anything. They told on themselves.
And I tell people that all the time, like I just told you, everything you want to see or think you want to see, just go on Instagram. It's right there. They go
It's
put
right
it right
there.
there for you to see.
It's right there. It blew my mind to see even the young man here in Memphis that jumped off of the bridge.
Yeah.
You saw people recording that, and really, instead of trying to help him,
They stay no. I kind of hate our city sometimes. They so backwards and crazy. Like I don't get it.
It's not just your city. Trust me. Not just so go. Have you ever had anybody from the industry come at you or try to, intimidate you?
Now just like when I be like a lot of stuff I be around and see, I don't never say nothing about it. But like
Okay.
when I'm around certain people, man, bro, don't be saying this on the internet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna say nothing. Like a lot of stuff I can be saying, I can blow the internet up, but I let somebody else find that and say it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what can come behind certain stuff.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, especially with you still being in the area,
in the area, yeah. That's why. But to me, I find it. I don't know, like some of the stuff that you hear. A lot of these, people vlog as with on Dolph. Sometimes I wonder if they be playing or do they really believe that.
Well, my motto is if you say it, then doing something is not too far behind it. I've always said that with anything.
Yeah.
So, Player Code, do you think that the other young men are going to stick it out with Pre? Like, cause like I said, he got a really good roster. Key Glock is good. Snoop Bands, they all have different sounds. Moochie Great, Jay Fizzle, all of them. They all have different sounds and they're all good.
I think their intentions might be to stick it out. But like when they management get to come in and telling them, we can do this and we can make these kind of moves, I hope they don't fall for it. Cause like to the new people that Dolph brung in that just wasn't around him that much, I hope they was able to peep the game and don't fall for the okey doke. Cause like right now, a lot of people gonna be looking trying to get them artists. Oh, you come over here, you can be doing this numbers. I can have this feature with you. So like, I hope they just don't fall for that.
Yeah. And I hope it's no internal beef. You know what I mean? I hope they don't start internally beefing with each other, because that's what breaks up a camp too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause I always wonder like how close really all of them is. Like, I see the thing is all of them bonded because all of them had a bond with Dolph. But like
Right.
how close was they really? Cause like, I tell people about CMG. You get two artists from CMG that's on the same label from the same hood, don't even speak to each other. Act like they don't
Hmm.
know each other.
Wow.
Really? Who was that? What? No, you don't have to. Don't say it. Yeah, don't say it.
Hmm.
Are they from Memphis?
Yup. So you
Oh
should yeah,
wow.
you should already, just go back and look. You never seen them on the same song with each other, none of that. And they from the same hood.
Oh, you might be talking about Moneybag You and Black Youngster.
Nah. They cool.
Oh, are they?
These artists just recently got with them not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, come on in the comments. Y'all know better than we do. Come on in the comments and
Yeah,
tell us.
yeah, I bet the comments. No, that's right. I forgot about Paper Route Woo. He's a good artist too.
Yeah, I like him. Like I had just got on him like after Dolph got killed. I'm like, man, where he been in? Like he raw, he hard.
Yeah, I like Paper
Mhm.
Route Woo. He on that song. One of my favorite songs that Dolph has is I listen to it every morning when I get on the treadmill. Nothing to me. That's featuring Snoop Bands and Paper Route Woo.
Yeah, he went
That's
hard.
a hard song, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a good motivation song.
Yep, I like that song. And Get Paid. I like
Yeah, that's my favorite too. Get paid.
Some of them in the comment counter right. I'm looking at them.
let's see. I don't see it. Let me go back. Boogie and Moneybag Yo. I didn't know I thought Big Boogie was from California.
Nah, Big Boogie from He originally from Louisiana, but he moved from Louisiana and moved to Fraser and Corner Village.
How long has he been in Memphis? Was he what did he come as a little boy or has he been
I ain't like
since
around about 15, but he was back and forth from Memphis, you know what I'm saying? But he started living in Memphis about 14 or 15.
Oh, okay. So he been here a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Like I
wow.
seen Big Boogie Hole come up too. Like I got a chance to see that. Big Boogie, a good dude.
Okay. I hadn't never really heard of him a
See,
whole
like, I'm
lot.
gonna tell you a story about him. Like, before Big Boogie get on, he was signed to CMG. I don't know if you remember seeing this on the news where that little white kid was going to Fraser High and he didn't have no clothes and they was teasing him. Man, Big
Mm-hmm.
Boogie went up to their school and, they gave that boy some clothes, money. They got him straight. And this before he had a rap deal or anything. You know what I'm saying? Big Boogie, like, whatever he had, he would look out for people.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, that's awesome. TG says Paper Route Woo did a song with Dolph. Good song, like 6 million views. Yeah, that song "Nothing to Me" is one of my favorites. Is that is that the one you're talking about? Snoop Band's got a song I like right now called "Pop Out" or something.
Yeah, he go hard on that joint too.
Yeah, I like that song, "Pop Out."
He
I
been
like
playing some
that.
of his new music on Instagram. I'll be glad when he gonna drop a tape.
Yeah, I think he's getting ready to go. He's gonna pop up on a show with Key Glock.
Yeah, he should have had all them as his opening act.
Yeah, he should have. Oh, they said Boogie and Little Migos.
Yup.
Mm.
Paper Route Woo and Snoop Bands together go in. Yeah, they do. Dow said that's why he signed them because he says Dow said that Paper Route Woo and Snoop Bands was blowing up on their own, doing their own thing. And he said once he saw how they was making it happen in the streets, how hot they was, he was like, I was like, dog, let me go ahead and sign them and put some money behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley James says, I like Daw's song Preach. I've never heard that song. I'm gonna have to listen to
Right.
it.
Oh man, it's a banger. That's why I say a lot of songs Dog was put out, even the old joints. Like I feel like them songs should have been went platinum. Like I don't know what was going on, but them songs should have been went platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. All Facts says when Country Black said the police already got who killed Dolph right then. I had some thinking to do because Moneybag Yo is his cousin and Moneybag I think it mean Big Homie G name kept coming and well, I guess Moneybag Yo name kept coming up a lot. He did say that, and he said that before people knew that they had Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. He said that before he even arrested Straight Drop too. But
Uh,
weren't those the three from the Dolph Memorial shooting?
you said have they what now?
When Crunchy Black made that statement, didn't he make that statement right at the time the three guys from the
Yeah,
Dolph Memorial shooting got
yeah,
arrested?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He made that statement like back in December, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Nobody knew that Cornelius had been arrested yet. Project Deathspell says I listen to 100 shots every morning. I like 100 shots too. It's some he got some what do you call it? Player code when it's not lyrics in the song. Well, I guess it would be
Acapella.
lyrics. Some bars. That's what it's
Yeah.
called, right? Some bars in the
Mm-hmm.
songs like that he hit that's really motivational and make you perk up when he says um broke black nigga remember me until I found out the recipe. I
Yeah.
like that. That sends chills.
Every time I'm telling you, my daughter daycare right down the street. So I go down Airways every time I'm taking them to school. I'm telling you, that's all I'm slamming every time I'm going down there.
I love that song. And then he says, my girl says I'm stuck in my ways, but my wrist say I've been getting paid.
Yeah.
I love it. That's hard right there.
He felt it like I know how he was feeling in the booth when he came over there. I know he like, man, I'm finna kill this shit.
I'm telling you, my wrist say I've been getting paid.
Yeah,
I
he felt
love
every
that.
word of it.
Self-made millionaire, oh what a feeling.
If that don't motivate you, you can't do nothing
I
but
hate that they took that boy down like that. Oh, C Willis says punchline. Hold up. Yep. Y'all put them dolphin signs in there. Let's see. We've been on here what 3 hours. I said I wasn't gonna be on here all night tonight.
I
Claire,
know that's right, because I was so cockeyed last night when I got off the phone.
look there. You gonna say what's up, y'all? He just getting home. We get ready to close it up. So, do you remember C Murder?
Yep.
what's the murder?
Master PC Murder.
Oh yeah, come on, man. That was like my favorite rapper.
Well, I think when I come back on, I'm going to I'm gonna be talking about C Murder.
I tried to reach out to him when he had his little phone through his Instagram.
Why don't you reach out to him over all you have to do is reach him on I'll tell you how you can reach out to him.
Cause I feel like this one rapper, like I don't know why he did so much time on that murder, but if he was the
He
ever,
didn't do it.
I know it. He would like have a lot of influence over like the younger generation, and people don't even know that.
He's
Yep.
such a
Sure would.
he a real cool dude. And you know
Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Mac?
Yep.
I interviewed him. Mac is a good dude. They knew he did not commit that crime. When Mac was in jail, they made that boy do 21 years. And I remember his mother had reached out to me. We've become very close, me and his family. I go to New Orleans to visit them. They come up here to Memphis to visit me. And so they I remember I had reached out to Leslie Ballin.
Yeah.
Leslie Ballin bad. He a bad attorney.
Yeah.
And I reached out to Judge Joe Brown and I asked Judge Joe Brown if he would just look at Mac's case and just scratch the surface and as a judge, just look at it. And he said, okay, well, send me what you got. And Leslie, they came over to my studio. I ended up doing a show. I put it right here on YouTube. And I ended up getting the video of his bodyguard actually confessed. He said, I the guy came at me with a bottle. I didn't know. He said I shot him because I was trying to defend myself. He said that Mac didn't do it, but they was trying to extort Master P, and it's a whole lot of stuff that went on behind that. They tried to extort him, and they put Mac in jail. They wanted Mac, and somebody else actually confessed to it, and they told that man he better not say a word because it was Mac that they wanted.
That's
You
cool.
know. And they gave that boy did 21 years for a crime that they know that they didn't commit. But I got Judge Joe Brown to look at it, and Judge Joe Brown was like, "This is absolutely ludicrous. Somebody confesses to the murder, and you charge somebody else."
They said them laws in Louisiana, like they it's real bad up there. Like Louisiana, one place that don't play.
Right? They got those old French laws. Even after a person has been convicted in Louisiana, if corruption is found later on after the conviction, it can never be overturned. Even if they find out later on that it was corruption, it cannot be overturned. So they need those lawmakers. The people there need to get on those lawmakers to fix that.
But yeah, that needs to change. You can't keep an innocent man locked up.
And like everybody from Louisiana, New Orleans that went to jail, they ride out. Look at BG.
Mm.
Yeah, BG. I think they put him in jail for 10 years for
14 for
having
uncharged and 10 for
14. Yeah, for a weapon or something,
yup.
or just having it on him. You know that was overkill. Yeah, Louisiana
Agreed with
laws
letting
is
him out
truly
early.
crazy. But Judge Joe Brown says that we started talking about that, and we started trying to bring a lot of attention to that. They made that boy do 21 years. He just got out last year. And Mac is a lyricist. Mac had never been to jail. Mac is a beautiful, when I tell you humble, respectful, never had gotten in any trouble, nothing.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And see, Murder is a real cool dude. Very cool, funny, and cool.
Yup.
All right, you guys. Let's see. We got 166 in here. We've been on here 3 hours. I can't stay on here 6 hours tonight, y'all. I can't stay on here 6 hours tonight. Player, you want to tell me how to find you?
Yeah, man, y'all can check me out on YouTube, Player Coast Street Politics TV. Make sure y'all tap in. Real facts, we don't do no cap on the app. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go over there and subscribe.
All
Okay, check me
right.
out. Now
That's
make
cool.
sure it be the
Help him out. Get his
my YouTube page and not my music page, because I do get 2 YouTube, but this one go pop up with the picture y'all see right here on it.
Okay,
Okay.
what's your YouTube page so I don't get it twisted?
Player Coast Street Politics TV.
Okay.
All right. All right, Player Code. Thank you for coming up.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna hop off because I'm at work, Miss T, and I enjoyed the show tonight.
Okay. Thank you, D-Ma. Have a good night at work. I love you.
Love you too, love. Bye
All
bye.
right. All right, Miss Kimberly, you still down there? I want to thank Miss Kim also, because Miss Kim be holding it down for me. Miss Kimberly Wilson, that's my moderator. I thank you for. I'm gonna have to give Miss Kim some help down there. I promise you, every time I call Miss Kim, she be ready. We pray and then we get on here, because we have to pray and keep all the evil spirits back, child. We have to be rebuking people. But I think tonight was a good live. What y'all think? I got on tonight. We actually talked about quite a bit to talk about Key Glock. But who was that? Thank you, Miss Tanya. Thank you so much, Miss Tanya, for the cash app. Um, we got on to talk about Key Glock. Me personally, I want to see Key Glock win. Long live Dolph. We hate that this happened to Dolph, but Key Glock didn't have anything to do with Dolph's situation. You know, some other people had something to do with that. I don't know who, the police know who, but it wasn't Key Glock. So I want to keep, and I'm gonna keep the focus on the police getting the people that truly had something to do with it, because I don't want none of them to get away. Whoever that is, I just know it ain't Key Glock. So I want to see Key Glock go on and do well, and I want justice for Dolph. We want the root of the tree and the limbs and the leaves of the tree, right? Yeah, I want Key Glock to win. I'm sending prayers out to Key Glock and all the rest of Pre. Um, Miss Kimberly, a true yeah, Miss Kim is a soldier for real. Miss Kimberly is a soldier. She be holding it down in them chats. Um, let's see. Every night is a good live. Thank you, Isbama. Isbama be holding it down. He be in there, in the chats all night. I appreciate that too. Yeah, I hope Key Glock wins too. I want to see all of the pre-artists win. I think Dolph was taken down. Thank you, Demon. I think Dolph was taken down. Thank you, Miss Tanya G, for your cash app. I think Dolph was taken down because people wanted to take pre off of balance, but God ain't gonna let that happen. Even with evil can never override light. It can never override good. And just because they wanted to dismantle and destroy everything that Dolph was working for, to include him. God is allowing it to backfire. And at this point, everything that they try to do, God um is gonna make it backfire on whoever these people are. Yeah, I want Key Glock to sell out every city he go to, and then hopefully, I would hope that whomever, because these are young men that you're dealing with, they still are kind of immature. I would hope that whoever is over them would help them to have some unity, because I think they're stronger in numbers. I would like to see all of them go on tour. I'm telling you, they'll be selling out arenas. I'm telling you, they will. Living Dolph's Dream. That's what they should name the tour. Not Long Live Dolph, because that kind of depresses people, But when you say Living Dolph's Dream, oh my God, everybody coming out. They're going to come out and see all of them. I want to see everybody that Dolph signed on a tour together. That would be so awesome. Yeah, the devil is trying to distract Pre. Tanisha says they tried to kill Dolph by killing the brain, but Pre is solid. Amen, Tanisha. Kimberly Spencer says Corey Miller. Yeah, shout out a free C Murder. Yeah, we won't see Murder out in the name of Jesus, because C Murder didn't do that. They got an innocent man in jail. Y'all put those dolphins in the chat. We always leave out with showing those dolphins in the chat. Dolph still winning. They couldn't even, you know what? You think of, they couldn't even hold him down. They can't even hold him down in the grave. They tried to take him out, but even in the grave, they can't hold him down. Because God ain't gonna let that happen. God ain't gonna let that happen. That's right. I like seeing those dolphins. All right, you guys. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This has been a good live. I love to see those dolphins. That's right. Rest in peace, Dolph. We want justice for Dolph. I want justice for Dolph. I want to see Key Glock and all the rest of the pre-artists win. Maybe Key Glock is out front to motivate the rest of them. Maybe that's what Dolph groomed him to do. So I'm gonna be praying for him. And I'm gonna be praying for the people that I'm gonna be praying that the people, all of the people that was involved in this situation, is brought to justice soon. And I don't think and Key Glock ain't involved in that. Yeah, he ain't involved in that. All right, you guys. Remy, stop. All right, you guys. For those of you all that's getting ready to go to sleep, I pray God's peace over you all. And for those of you all that's got to go to work tomorrow, I pray that you take God before you. I want you all to have a good night. God bless you and good night.